is the Glass Cannon Network.
Good evening, Glass Cannon Nation, the Naish, as we say. December 29th, 2020. That was the final episode of a little show we call Side Quest Side Sesh. This was a show that we did live almost every week when the COVID-19 pandemic forced us to shutter our doors, shut down all production, and find new ways to create sweet, moist content for you, for our tens of millions of followers. We've had several occasional live shows since then, like the Extra Life marathons that we do, or we've done a couple Strange Aeons marathons over the years. We've gone live, but as we've grown as a business, our commitment to audio and video perfection has grown along with our budget. So we've moved away from live because, frankly, we create a better technical product when we pre-record. But sometimes, you need to throw the polish out the window and get down in the trenches. Take off your sweetened audio and synced video condoms and go at it raw.
Oh, man.
Right, Matthew?
There were so many metaphors there that got mixed. I can't even
I didn't
keep
think
up.
he was going that way. That turned so fast. Cheers, Troy. That was crazy.
Cheers, Troy, for turning so fast.
Matthew knows what I'm talking about, you raw dogging son of a bitch.
That's a lot of...
Sorry, I'm still back on the moist content.
If I had 3 words to describe our content, one of them would always be moist.
And the other two?
They're all moist. They're all 3 are all having to do with
It would be moist. If I had 3 words, it would be moist 3 times.
Is it like
just
like
synonyms for moist.
Is it like a buttery moist, like a buttery cookie moist, or just soggy?
You're going to
moist?
regret asking too many questions.
I probably will.
People hate that word. I think you might want to stop saying it.
That's why I chose it. But listen, tonight ushers in a new era from our humble conglomerate, because our touring...
Our humble conglomerate. You buffoon.
Our
touring
global
Glass
monopoly.
Cannon live show that we've been doing since 2018 is happening right now, and it's live.
Your earphones are flying off your head. You're so excited. You're gesticulating.
So fired up, and it has nothing to do with this bourbon and ginger.
You're drinking with a straw, I noticed.
Yeah, we're a straw family now. We're a straw family. How is everybody doing? I'm so excited to do this. I know that we tend to sometimes be, oh God, there's so much going on, I'm just stressed out. But I'm excited because Side Quest Side Sesh, I have such fond memories of doing that every week. We felt like David Letterman going live at 8 every Thursday. And now we're back.
Yes.
So many things about that statement.
I know. You're really racking them up, Troy. These sentences
The European
are just
listeners
so
have no
dense.
idea what I'm talking about.
Perfect meme, Skid. Perfect meme. I'm also very excited to be live. I never really liked the move to pre-record it. The only thing I liked about it is I thought it was preposterous to think that we would be available every Monday and Thursday night forever. Like, that's just not going to happen. So the best way to keep the content consistent is to pre-record it and make sure people get their show every week and that it sounds great. But when you're not live, actually live, you miss like Steve Geddes just showing up and dropping 50
Tons of
subs.
subs.
100
Tons of
Classic.
subs.
That's a classic Geddes move.
It's a classic Geddes move. He shows up
Bringing
when
the
it's
thunder
live.
from down under. Every time we do this. So reliable.
Shows up, most
He's the
generous
Cal
dude in
Ripken
the
of
world.
gifting subs.
Yeah, for reals. Doc Robotnik giving them out. So yeah, it's great to be with you guys live. I appreciate it. What up, Neil Borg? Chamber of Commerce.
I should also introduce a friend of ours. I don't know if everyone is familiar with this young lady, but she is a star that shines brighter than everyone
all of us.
but Skid. And she is joining the show. She is joining the tour. She is joining our lives. Sydney Amanuel, everybody!
Oh, thanks, guys. Troy, did you call me a friend?
If I
hear
did,
that?
I've been drinking. You can't hold anything I
It's recorded.
Damn
We
it.
have it on.
Yeah,
we
it's,
have it on
it's
recorded.
live. Somebody
You're going to
say
take
in the
that
chat.
little bit. True, I am your friend. I am your friend. It'll be
Putting
your-
it on a 30-minute loops, listening to it every night before I go to bed.
You did
I'm-
good work today, Sydney.
I love you,
8 different
Sydney.
clips.
I am so proud of you. Good night. No, I'm ecstatic to be here, to be live. I mean, I also I miss being live. It's totally a different experience. And then you gave me a sweet taste of it when I got to go on tour with you guys, which I'm so excited to be doing again. And now to be on fucking Strange Aeon and fucking rocks. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I love playing with you guys. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, you came with us to Milwaukee and St. Paul, and now you're gonna be on the road with us in just over a week because we're coming to Nashville next week, and Atlanta, and Sydney's gonna be joining us. But Skid, unfortunately, won't be with us, so we're gonna have Jared Logan fill in. Skid, we're gonna miss you, man. But you've been having a rough couple of weeks.
I know. I got COVID in Indianapolis. I now maybe have pneumonia. So I'm
Brutal.
just it's been tough. And I really I wanted to go to Atlanta too, but I really want to go to Nashville. I love Nashville. I was so excited about doing a show down there. My new best friend in the world, Jason Charles Miller, is going to be down there. I was going to get to hang out with him.
Wait, Jason's gonna be down there? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he's going to be at Origins, and he's doing a show in Nashville too. But I think it's Dragon Con. I think it's a few days before our show. He's going to be gone already, but he's going to be there too. So yeah, I was super excited about that, and I can't make it this time, but
What a
hopefully
bummer.
next time I will be there.
We'll see you in Boston, for sure. And we'll see you tonight and all the shows that we're going to do between, because this is going to be the new normal, folks. A lot of people wondering how this is going to work. And so I'll explain that
So
rather
am
than
I.
talking to Matthew. We're going live tonight. This is Glass Cannon Live 45. Tonight's story is going to pick up right from where we left off on that second Indianapolis show, the matinee with this stupid lay. And
Yes, that was the thing that happened.
that was his name. After tonight's show, like I said, we're in Nashville and Atlanta next week. So the Nashville show will pick up from this, and the Atlanta show will pick up from the Nashville show. So next Tuesday, this show will release as a podcast and a YouTube video. The following Tuesday, Nashville will release as a podcast, and hopefully Harry will have time to get the video done. And then the following Tuesday, Atlanta will release as a podcast and a video. That Thursday, so 2 days after
September
Atlanta releases,
15th.
we'll be live again right here. And so that's the plan. So you'll always have a show releasing every Tuesday. And then, a couple times a month, we're going to be going live. But the feed should never be interrupted until we get to the holidays, basically. So that's the plan. I feel like I've explained it before, and I feel like I'll have to explain it again. But that's the plan.
One clarifying question.
I'll give you some time.
On the Thursdays that we are performing live, for example, in Nashville, there will be no live stream.
Right.
Logically.
Because, and I feel like you're the only one that has this question.
I don't think I am. So I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm asking for other people.
Yeah, because today's stream is going to release next Tuesday, and then we do the Nashville show instead of releasing something on Thursday. Basically, the continuity of the Tuesday releases is what will remain unbroken. In terms of what will be streamed, it all depends on whether or not there is a live show to release. I'm realizing I'm still going to have to explain this again, but not tonight, because we got too much show. However, Matthew, how are you? I haven't seen you since Gen Con. I haven't even
Gen Con.
talked to you. I think I sent you a couple invoices to pay. That was it.
You did.
And I paid Troy for services he rendered to you.
They're
Yes.
just personal
That new
invoices
deck isn't going to
me.
build itself.
Man, Troy just loves it out there in the summer sun, shirt off, tool belt.
Yep.
You're doing
Nail
double
gun.
coat on that stain, right, Matthew? Winter is coming.
I occasionally ask Troy for a glass of fruit juice to help replenish my hydration, and he says no.
Yep.
And then it's not on the invoice, so we move on.
But you're doing well. Everything's well. Everything's good.
Everything's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am feeling, because my air conditioning is off, a tad moist.
A little moist.
I'm also moist
Yeah.
and ready to go.
Moist and ready.
We have central air, but this is the last room of the house that soaks it up, my
Yep.
office.
Me too.
Especially once I start yelling, I'm just immediately sweating for the next 2 hours. Sydney,
That is going on your tombstone.
I'm going to have a long tombstone, even though I'm being frozen. Sydney, are you,
Are we
Not even a
in
joke.
there?
what's your air conditioning situation? What do you got going on over there? You got a fan?
I have a.
Got a little Brooklyn
insinuating?
fan
What
Personal,
are you
Troy. It's been a
insinuating?
personal
I will
question.
say, I wish I could be more of like a no AC person. I would love to just not have AC because it's annoying to have in the windows. It's expensive for your electricity. It doesn't actually get the room. It gets the room cold. Doesn't get the apartment cold. We've all lived in New York City. We know what I'm talking about. I made the best investment that I've ever made in an apartment. Hired an electrician. Installed a ceiling fan in my bedroom.
Oh,
Yeah.
Took out a shitty track lighting that was in my bedroom. I hated it. I said, "Who put this there?" And I put in just a solid ceiling fan, and it has made a world of difference for my comfortability in the summer. And I just leave it running every day, all day.
that's
Great.
awesome. You
Good
always
for you.
strike me as a relatively comfortable person.
That's
And I always
shocking.
figured that it was possibly just a result of your relative youth compared to the rest of us. But knowing that you have a ceiling fan, it makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, I'm so calm because of my ceiling fan. I recommend everyone get a ceiling fan. But no, I'm like Troy though. I start like moving my body even slightly, and I am sweating through my clothes. Can't ever wear a Heather Gray t-shirt. Not for me.
Yeah, I'm a big sweater. I hate it. You guys all, Joe can get some flop sweat.
Oh.
Matthew, you can get sweaty too. Yeah, I guess
I'm an
I guess
intense
we're all
sweater.
sweaty.
He's a very sweaty man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you're very hirsute.
That's true, but the sweating existed long before the hairiness set in. So,
Isn't that a thing
Pre-existing
that like
you're a sweaty baby.
sweaty baby, that's not a lie.
Your parents kept dropping
came
you.
out of the womb?
Putting deodorant on your little baby arms.
Your
Baby stinks.
But isn't that a
Italian
good
infant
thing?
stinks.
This baby been
Isn't that a
playing
good thing?
basketball?
I was well bathed. I just ran hot.
But sweating is a good thing, no? Like if you don't sweat, you have a problem. Like your toxins aren't being released. So like I would say it's healthy, right? You all sweat?
Sure, but it feels miserable. Like when
Sucks.
you're when you're trying to do a show, you know.
Yeah.
Because you're moist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's unpleasant.
especially in my neck region. It drives me nuts. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm sweating just hearing him talk about sweat.
I know. And then
Sweating right now.
they call me Stino in chat. Is like, get yourself a box fan. Stino, let me tell you what a box fan in the back of the room sounds like in a microphone. Like it's unlistenable.
I'm not even
I have
joking.
a silent ceiling fan above me that I can't turn on during
Yeah.
recordings.
Yeah.
I'm not even like when I have a fan on the other side of the room. I can see my waveform go from a straight, just a little thin line to just a chunk.
Do you see how we suffer for our art? Dancing like monkeys for you!
It's just just as long as the summer is last. We only have like 3 more months of this, and then we'll be okay.
It's the worst season. It's the worst season ever, and some of our most heated arguments have come from summer recordings.
All
Yes.
of them.
Going back to
12
the
angry
beginning.
men. 12 angry
Yeah,
men.
12
It's
that's
literally
half-
Man.
us
Do the
playing
right
a game.
thing, right?
Mhm.
Like all these movies, they
The
take
Paper.
exactly. Titanic. All these
I'm gonna-
movies, it's because of the heat, the intense heat that these characters are experiencing. That's the source of the conflict. It's an
The very-
exacerbating factor.
The first Iwiga episode where the podcast almost ended was very much like body
very
heat.
hot.
Yeah.
Ooh, you mean the most heavily edited episode in the history of Blast
Episode 55.
Yep.
The episode so horrifically edited, we felt we had to start a show to explain it called Cannon Fodder.
Yeah, Cannon Fodder came from apologizing.
We'll leave it
Still
to you
good.
to decide who was Kathleen Turner and who was William Hurt on that day.
It was a hell of a day. Well, hopefully we won't get into too many heated arguments tonight. I think tonight is just going to be pure, unadulterated, R-rated fun.
Oh my.
Okay.
Is there gonna be violence? Because I can't.
There might be a little violence. Hold on.
Okay, I'm
You can
holding.
keep talking.
You were
I
making
thought
me
I was
want to
holding
go
on.
get a beer so bad.
Yeah, that looks like
Why-
a nice, good pour. Wait, let's see how foamy that is. Actually, was it a good pour?
Oh, come on, baby. Stay with me.
It's too foamy.
Stay with
You
me.
fucked
Don't
up
you
the pour.
spill on my
He
keyboard.
fucked up the pour so bad.
This is from Foam Brewers in Burlington, Vermont. It's one of my favorite breweries whenever I go out to Burlington area, and they never distribute in this area. Had it at my local Packy.
Nice.
Jen with two ends. She knows foam.
She knows foam.
She knows
Nobody
foam.
knows foam like Jen with two ends.
We should do a show in the Burlington area.
Oh,
Dude,
dude.
amazing.
Dude, don't
Don't
even
threaten
get
me
me
with a good
started,
time.
bro.
It's so nice. Are you kidding me?
Do you have any Burlington Naish members? Do we have 160? That's kind of our nut. We need 160 people.
Raise your
to
hand.
come
We
to
could get the
Burlington.
Canadians.
We could get the
get the
Canadian.
Yeah.
Canadians.
That's true. Dude, I'm looking
Yeah.
at doing a Canadian show next year and just replacing Matthew.
A Canadian show?
Yeah.
Canadian show. No,
Yeah, with the Canadian
theme
glass
show
cannon
or a
team.
show in
I mean
Canada.
that's a funny joke and all, but I really do want to go to Canada.
I do too, man.
I'm thinking either Toronto or Vancouver.
Oh,
Oh, well, for God's sakes. How about you start with Toronto? Ease yourself in.
Well, the only reason I say Vancouver is I know we have an audience there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we have
everyone
so
from
many
Seattle would
fans.
come
Like,
up.
yeah,
Why don't
Pacific
we do
Northwest.
Seattle and Vancouver in one trip?
Now you're just crazy.
Wow.
That's a lot. But we're talking about that. What was I talking? Burlington. Fucking love Burlington. Want to do a glass cannon live? Fucking Burley?
yeah.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, that would be
That would be
so,
so
out of
amazing.
control. We would need 6 designated drivers because there are so many amazing breweries. Alchemist is out there,
And we'd have to
Stowe.
stay like 3-4 nights even. We had to get a
Weeks.
house like up in
Yeah.
the mountains.
I was up there
A chalet.
recently. I was up there recently, actually, for a friend's band. I like groupied and went up, and I went to Vermont for my entire childhood, but never Burlington. I never went that far up, and I finally went to Burlington, and it rocks. It's such
Yeah.
a cute town. I mean, it's a college town, but it's like so cute. So many breweries. I only went to like 2, and there's so many more to go to. We should make it happen.
That'd be
Hang
great.
out with Bernie Sanders. It'd be great.
Yeah. We could do a combination live show campaign event.
There you
Now
go.
we're talking, Skid. Now we're talking. Maybe then we would get more than $10,000 off of. No, anyways, let's talk.
You have a 10% chance to make this roll. 10%, 5% of a 10% chance to make this roll.
We're 17 minutes in. We have
pretty
not played any Pathfinder, and this is more fun than I've had in the last 7 years.
Skid just reminded me that I need to bring dice to this event.
Oh,
I didn't even think about it. I've just been having fun chatting.
Yeah.
I don't even have my dice.
hanging out with friends.
Pick
Well, yeah,
wisely.
you're going to need dice tonight to make some perception checks, and that is it.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about the game. We have had what month is it now? August?
Yeah, the tail end of August, the
Tail end of
dog
August.
days, right?
Yeah.
We've had a hell of a 2022. We've been to Dallas, Richmond, Boston, Milwaukee, St. Paul, Portland, Seattle, DC, Columbus, LA, San Francisco, and Indianapolis so far doing this show. Next week, we'll be in Nashville for the first time. Please, if you are anywhere in that area, come on down to Nashville, Tennessee to see that show. And then 2 days later, we're in Atlanta. End of September, we're going to be back in Boston, the only city we're doing twice this year. And then Brooklyn in October. And then we're finishing the year in Philly once we lock down a new venue this year.
Oh, it's a new venue?
Yeah, I think so. The what is
Underground
the one we
Arts.
Underground Arts only had a matinee for us on Saturday, and I was like,
Oh.
I never want to do a matinee again. So we're
This
actually,
is an evening function. This
This is a-
game
Definitely.
is an evening function.
leave the kids at home. Bring out your mistress.
That's right.
That's what we say.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's a show for adulterers.
this is a show
Adulterers welcome.
primarily.
Big sign up front.
Monogamy is not welcome in our audience.
Monogamy is
strongly
not
discouraged.
fantasy.
Monogamy's for losers.
Oh, what? You gonna get one girlfriend? Loser.
Boston, Brooklyn, Philly. Listen, that at the end of the day, that's our adventure. That's our adventure around the globe. But let's talk about our hero's adventure, because it's been a humdinger so far. Their journey to find a man named Count Hazardton Lowles IV has led them to a boat trip down the Selin River aboard a boat called the Selin Starling, captained by a feisty halfling named Skywin Freeling. You all know that Lowles has gone south along the Selin as well, because he's headed for Kadira to try and track down a book called the Necronomicon. This is a book that's containing secrets and knowledge that Lowles is trying to unlock for whatever his scholarly pursuits are. Now, in order to find out the location of this book, Lowles enacted this dream ritual that took him into the Dreamlands, where he met a figure known as the Mad Poet, who told Lowles where this book could be found. Something in that exchange caused a portion of Lowles' psyche to break off and remain in the Dreamlands. You met this piece, who called himself the Yellow King. The Yellow King told you that in order to find out more about Lowles' studies and his journeys, you too should seek an audience with the Mad Poet. But in order to do so, you should also seek out the same gifts that Lowles presented to the Mad Poet. Gifts that can only be found by traveling across the Dreamlands in Lowles' footsteps. You now have two of those gifts. You have a Viscount's signet ring, and you have a purple-green mottled tail of a creature known as a pard. 5 gifts remain. 5 trips to the Dreamlands remain. And a long journey down the Selin remains. Thinking back to the list you found of Lowles' gifts, the next item on your list is a, quote, skull of ghoul royalty. End quote. It's been taking you around 5 to 7 days to tag team research these items, to learn what you can about them, as well as the phrase that Lowles used during the dream ritual to enter the area of the Dreamlands where these items are supposed to be. So this is what you've been up to. In the meantime, Aldo, Atticus, Sir Julie, and Tiny Murder Clown were just adventuring in a part of the Dreamlands known as the Enchanted Forest. This is where they got the pard tail that they sought from a group of Zoogs. They come back, wake up from that experience. Halster is still wasting away in the brig for the crime of shaving crew members and extracting fluids from them. You soon discover, when you come up deck, that your other companion, Xantar, king of the Zoogs, a lost barbarian, was shunted back to the material plane when Tiny Murder Clown walked down the dream ritual staircase and joined you in the Enchanted Forest. Evidently, he's been lying on the deck, barely able to speak with the exhaustion exerted upon him from being torn through 2 planes of reality. The only member of the crew with any medical training, Dinky Fusstumble. Dinky assures you that Xantar will be all right. He just needs rest. Don't talk to him until at least Nashville. He needs some time to recover from that experience.
How fares the king?
Dinky just gives you a look like,
The king is dead?
So he is dead then. It's over.
It's over.
We must
he'll be fine.
address.
Let him rest.
There is the matter of succession. What if he doesn't survive this process? We must know. We must be able to coronate a new king.
Indeed.
The worst should happen.
I've checked him. He'll be fine. He needs, what's today? Thursday? 1 week. He should be fine.
Perhaps we should travel back to visit the Zoogs and inform them that he is alive.
Don't
and
be
still their
foolish.
king.
Book 3 is long enough. Anyhow.
Also, Dinky, I find it rather disturbing that you have spent all this time lying about your inability to speak.
Please, call me Dinky.
Dinky, where did you receive your medical training?
At the hospital, of course. I was an orderly. Was I the one that was mute?
You were mute. Dinky Fostumbo was the one that was mute.
Well, truth be told, that's just something Skywin says because I don't like interacting with other people. I can speak, and this is my voice. I just thought my nod would be enough for you to move on, but here we are. I've come to enjoy your company, and so I'll no longer pretend to be mute. We are all friends, I guess.
But how can we trust you, Dinky?
Exactly.
Well, you can't, but I may be the only thing saving you from sepsis one of these days, as I was an orderly, and I saw that word a lot on a lot of charts.
Like in a land of magical healing, the one person that can offer medical assistance is a former orderly, now a sailor.
I always wanted to be a sailor. Anyhow, your friend will be fine. Just let him rest. And, oh, look, it's Skywin. And the captain comes out of her chambers, comes onto the deck. It's daytime now. You've been gone since nighttime. Obviously, time moves a little different while you're in the Dreamlands. You look up, the sky's blue, save for a few ominous clouds in the distance. Lower third comes up. Day 39. And then slowly fading up next to it. 390 miles into the journey.
Whoa.
Wow.
And then, if this was a movie, day 39 would fade out first. And then 390 miles.
Cool.
And then journey.
So, 390 out of how many?
Who knows?
Into the is still
Long
on the screen.
Journey. That one takes the longest.
And then finally into
And
the.
then into the just swipes
Becomes
away.
wisps.
Just leaving Journey.
Just leaving journey, yes.
It starts playing Journey like in the background.
Skywin says to you, well, look who decided to get up. You've been so busy going off on your weird dream trips. You're lucky the journey has been relatively uneventful. If we run into any trouble, I'll want you here, not roaming around Dreamtown. That was our deal when I took you aboard.
And we shall honor that deal. But, can we interest you in a jaunt to the Dreamlands, Captain?
No, my place is here on the ship. A captain never abandons her crew.
You will remain on the ship. But you will also dream your way into a grand adventure.
I gave up dreaming a long time ago, Sir Knight. If you've seen the things I've seen, you would too. Now listen. We're making a stop this afternoon in the city of Zur to resupply. And when we get there, I'll be the only one stepping off the boat to get what we need. I'll have to pay docking fees and a heavy tithe to gain admittance to their weird little town. And each of your heads is going to cost me even more. I don't know if you're familiar with the nation of Razmiran, but it's an area that's full of religious zealots and bullies who use their faith as an excuse for their behavior. I've tried my best to avoid most Razmiri cities in the past, but we're running low, and she kind of pauses. I didn't want to stop at my usual ports.
Why didn't you want to stop in your usual ports?
She turns on you. Well, it might be nothing, but the crew's been complaining about seeing a boat somewhere in the distance behind us. It's evidently an ominous looking red-sailed ship that seems to only make its an appearance when there's a heavy fog. One day, Fanny Kreminger said she saw it, and I looked, and I thought I saw it as well, but a moment after it was gone. I don't want to make any unnecessary stops just in case that boat does exist, and it's trouble. But now we have no choice. We need to resupply, so there it is. At least all these hefty fees that I'll be paying the dock workers should keep us safe. Now don't be causing any trouble when we get there. If there's something you need, just let me know, and I'll get it for you in town. Providing you have the coin. Otherwise, I want to get in and get out. These zealots give me the creeps.
Could I do a society check on Zur in particular and Razmiran in general?
Yeah, totally.
See what I know.
I'll do the same. Just I know a lot as a player, but I don't know what Atticus knows. So.
Right, and I got a natural 20.
Oh
34.
my goodness!
34.
I got a 23. Society.
It's funny, Lake and Carthen has become such a recurring theme in so many of our games.
Yeah,
It's
everything.
come up.
Yeah. So are we traveling through the lake and into another river system down to the inner sea? Is that how
It's my understanding that the Selin River is like, I don't know if this is the right word, but I feel like it's a tributary of the lake.
Yeah.
Like it all, the water all flows into each other, because Zur is a port on the
Lake
banks
and
of Lake and Carthen. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So the river's pretty wide. Like you've noticed as you've gone along, Skywind sometimes will favor the east side of the river as opposed to the west. And if you ask her about it, sometimes it's like, I don't like the groups on that side. I don't like the groups on this side. And other times she stays in the middle. But now you're moving towards the western side. The importance of Zur is that it's completely controlled by the priests of Razmir. And, especially from our good buddy Jason Bullman, we know a lot about Razmir, and that it's ruled by a tyrant who self-styles himself a living god. And so all these fanatical devotees are just like, they believe that he is a god.
And
He's kind of like...
He's a fraud, but
Right.
that's not common knowledge, right?
Right, he's a total charlatan.
Yeah.
Just looking here at a fun little note from the Pathfinder wiki, rumors suggest that because Zur was the first city Razmir conquered when he came to the area, some of its inhabitants remember certain secrets that the faithful would deem blasphemy, including the fact that Zur might be home to a number of bastard offspring of the living god.
Wow.
So cool.
Yeah.
This is really cool. This is one of my favorite sort of centers for lore in Galarian, and it's nothing we've ever explored either. Like we've never.
No, I've
really
heard
come
Jason
here.
talk about it just from hanging out with him. It's my understanding, and I might be butchering this, Joe. You probably know better than I do, but like when Paizo started, they had their writing team, and to create Galarian, they just gave everybody an assignment to come up with, and that's what came up with the world. It's like, all right, you come up with something, and they came back. It's like, here's Taldor. Here's what goes on in Taldor. And Jason, one of the ones he created was Razmiran. Am I totally butchering the truth?
I think that's right. I think this is his thing.
It's partially true. I think the
Right?
early stages, there were a lot fewer people. Like, it's just a handful of them crafted the general idea, or even just a name and a basic geographical concept. And then years later, other writers would populate it with depth and whatever. But yeah, Razmir is a Jason Bullman creation. Razmiran. Okay. This is shady. I don't know. All right. I guess we don't want to get off the boat.
Is there anything you want to purchase? Do you have the coin for it?
Man, I just don't know my way around 2E items yet.
I'll send an email.
that's the
I'll send
one
an email
thing-
later and we can work it out.
Yes, we'll do it later. I'm
can
sure
also
she'll
think-
understand.
It's the most confusing thing that I haven't really dug into. Even I've been studying a lot. I've been watching this How to Play has a channel. The Pathfinder 2e videos has been great. And actually, I was watching one of the videos today, and it was a video about initiative. And he said at one point, it's just like, all right, so now it's time to roll Rick a roll for initiative.
Come on.
Yeah, and it was just like, there was no reference to anything about us, like, ever. I was just, like, watching all these videos, and it was
Send
really
him a
cool.
cease and desist.
Yep.
Yeah, that's our thing.
Michael, are you watching? Craft that email.
But that's the one thing that I really don't have a handle on at all yet is magic items. I don't. They feel very different from previous.
We're also at a disadvantage by starting at 7th level instead of starting at 1st. I think that if you start at 1st, it makes a lot more sense going along the way. But I know for that first show in Seattle, Matthew had a weapon that we only found out later, like, you're not supposed to have that weapon, even though you could afford it. And so that's a level of complication that we didn't have to deal with in 1st edition. So we'll learn. So what I'll say is if there's something that you may want, just think about it, and in Nashville we can say that you got it.
Have we gotten no money in our Dreamlands expeditions? Like, there's no money, right? Nothing.
We
comes
don't come back with
from that.
anything, right?
You don't bring anything back with you, yeah.
So all we have is what we walked onto the boat with.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
cash
It usually
poor.
means there's a big money dump coming,
Yeah.
but not in this book.
Okay.
Well, poo. All right, I'll think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, think about it.
I've got some gold, but I don't think I've got anything for a real decent 6th level item or something. But I'll look into it.
You see the Selin Starling coasting down the river and getting closer and closer to the bank where the dock is, and you just see the people like milling about on the dock, and they're all dressed very similarly with long white robes and masks covering their face.
Oh yeah, the mask.
Like V is for Vendetta type mask, like white mask, or more like Eyes Wide Shut type mask. That'll be fun. So everyone, they're a little slightly different, but they all have these masks on, and they just look at you expressionless as you pull in. You see Skywin pay a docking fee, and then you see someone come up with all sorts of paperwork, and they're counting everybody on the boat. They come up on the boat and they walk downstairs into the hold just to make sure there's no other people down there, and of course they count Halster, and so you have she has to pay a heavy tithe based on the number of people, and you see her just kind of like begrudgingly paying it, but not giving them any guff, because it's just a creepy scene. This like culty weird dude comes on board, and you hear his voice behind the mask. Is there anyone in the hold? Oh yes, one prisoner. So that all happens, and then she says, I'll be right back, and she goes off. Tiny murder clown, about 10 minutes later, he's just been staring at this place the whole time, staring at the Razmiran priest, and he's like, wait a minute, I know this place, I'll be right back. And Tiny Murder Clown like slips away, and Dinky and Fanny and Pedro Alacabam are like, no, you're just supposed to stay on the boat. And he's like, it's fine. Disobeying instructions is what I do 8th best. And he just fucking takes off. And you see him run up the street, and all these masked people are just watching this gnome scuttle into the city.
Oh no.
We should write that down. 8th best. Disobeying instructions.
Disobeying instructions. I don't do it good.
That's a pretty good.
That was pretty good. You did
Good.
fine. You did well.
Nice.
I really hope he's not carrying any identification that would connect him with this boat and us.
Oh no, he's not.
I don't believe he really knows who he is.
Yes,
How could
we
he
are
connect?
the only ones who hold his identification.
You're right.
We have his paperwork in our handy haversack.
So Aldo like gives a shudder, and he's just like, I've got some experience with religious zealots where I come from, and it's always unpleasant.
What religion did they belong to?
Well, I come from a very far away. It's very different from anything you're used to.
Oh, my knowledge of religion is vast.
Sure it is. It's quite different from what they do here, though.
But I am a student of religion. You should tell me. Perhaps I know it.
Well, you ever heard of Unitarianism?
You roll a religion check.
Scary.
Is it known?
Cruel, dogmatic people. seek to subjugate all to their perverse teachings. You're lucky you've never met one. But in any case, I don't relish the prospect of spending a lot of time in this place. I know what they're like.
What do you make of the red ship following us?
That, I also wanted to do a society check to see, because it sounds like this might be something supernatural. But I want to see if I want to do a society check to see if that would match the kind of colors or practices of any nations or in the region.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah. If you start thinking about it, you do remember that shortly before you were attacked by those amphibious creatures that jumped onto the boat.
Yeah.
This was in the Seattle show. It was like maybe moments before that, some of you noticed this ship that they're talking about in the distance. Very, very far away, but definitely coming in your direction. And it seemed to appear and then disappear into the fog. It doesn't ring a bell to you. At the time, it didn't that's a ship from Detroit. It didn't really, you didn't really connect it to anything.
The colors of the Red Wings.
This is clearly Steve Eisenman.
Demand to speak to your captain, Steve Eisenman.
Yes, the captain is Steve Eisenman. Yar, the Captain Eisenman. Yeah, there's nothing. There were nothing you could notice from that distance, and even as they explain it, they would link it to a particular place. But it is an ominous feeling to worry about being followed by a boat that sometimes is there and sometimes isn't.
I would almost dismiss it as the fanciful sailors' tales if it were not for our own witnessing such an event before we were attacked by those amphibious beasts.
And the vibe you got from Skywind too, that she was like, I've heard the other sailors talking about it, but I don't quite believe it. I thought I saw something, but I'm sure it was just a trick of the river. 45 minutes to an hour pass. I'd say just under an hour, and you see Skywind coming down that same winding road that Tiny Murder Clown disappeared on, and it looks like she has another person with her. As they get closer, it looks to be another halfling, a female halfling. She has blonde, wavy hair, and she's wearing mithril armor with what looks like a golden dove on the breastplate. It's almost like glowing. There's something about it that looks like it's glowing, but it might just be the sunlight streaming in. Skywind comes up the gangplank with this other halfling. It starts talking to the crew. She's like, all right, let's shove off, and the sooner the better. I tell you, that place gets stranger every time I visit the living god. Get the fuck out of here. And as she's directing the sailors, the other halfling comes up on deck, and Skywind realizes she needs to make an introduction. She says, this young lady approached me as I was heading back to the boat. She's looking for passage south as well. From my conversations with her, I think she'll be helpful. Please, introduce yourselves. And what does this halfling say?
What?
Hold on. Wait a second. I'm the halfling? This halfling turns to the group. She has a very nice skin. Nice. She has a very friendly face. She is fair-skinned with these like bright blue eyes, and she looks up. I forget how tall everybody is. I'm assuming she's looking up at most of you. She looks up and she says, "Hi, nice to meet y'all. My name's Ave."
Ave.
Ave.
Ave Maria.
Ave Maria. Oh, yeah.
Aye.
Oh. Ave.
Does that ring any bells for you, Aldo?
Ave,
Like
no, it's
music to my ears. What?
It does. It does, honestly, but nothing. Ave. Good name. Ave. Sorry, I can't stop saying it for some reason. Ave. My name's, I'm Eldo Casimir. It gives a big, deep bow, like all 6'7" of him. And it says, welcome aboard the ship.
My name is Atticus Grimm.
And you're looking at a rat folk dressed in a collared shirt, a small black tie, a kind of like ratty, beat up, wet, then dried, then wet, then dried jacket. And he's trying to keep it kind of formal.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Welcome aboard.
And my name is Sir Julie Andrews, Knight of the Dawnflower. What brings you to Razmiran?
For the questions. I like it. Well, I was, on my way south. I was heading toward Taldor. Yeah, not much to say. Traveling alone. I like traveling alone, though I don't mind the kind company of fellows and helping me out. Thank you, Captain. She winks at the captain. Though I did pay, so it's not so much helping me out. It was my coin for your ship. But, yeah, I'm not with them, if that's what you're asking, Sir Julie. I'm not a priest. I wear holy garments, but I'm not.
Oh, no.
I'm not from there.
No, you don't. You certainly don't look like one of them.
No mask. Right.
No mask for one. And also you don't seem to be a stuck-up bugger for another.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's true.
Let me ask you, Ave, if you don't mind, a more personal question. Where in this wide, great world do you hail from?
It's somewhere far away. You probably don't know it. It's different from where we are now. Probably different from where you're from. Where are you from? Your accent is hard to place.
I'm from a very far way away, and also... It's strange, perhaps, that we haven't run into each other on our ways from such similarly faraway places.
Maybe we're from the same place, and wouldn't that be...
Queensland?
Yep.
You ever heard
What'd you
of
say?
Queensland? Queensland?
Nope.
The land of the Queen. Well, it's a very far away kingdom. I don't want to dwell on it, but... No, it's just as refreshing to find someone here who's not one of these, stuck-up sticky beaks.
No, I come from a small village to the north. My family... I'm from a holy family. My father was a holy man, my mother was a holy woman. Oh. And, yeah, I started traveling at a young age to spread the good word, and I've just kind of gone... Oh.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but whose good word would that be exactly?
Well, the good word of Sarenrae.
What?
Julie, who hadn't been paying attention the whole time.
Well, Sir Julie was feeling very suspicious, and then she immediately dropped all of her weapons and immediately
Stripped off her armor.
throws her armor aside and leaps down onto her knees to pray.
How funny if she had been like, Jesus Christ, I'm a Unitarian.
I know, I warned them about you people.
Ave, you and I are going to have such a time praying, worshiping, studying the good word together.
Yeah,
Wow.
Atticus turns slightly to Aldo and is like,
Yes,
there's two of them now.
religious types. I told
You're
you.
also a follower of Sarenrae.
I have pledged my sword and my shield, which I no longer use because my sword is a two-handed weapon, to Sarenrae. I have given my life to service of the goddess. I have seen a great many things and done a great many things in her name, and I look forward to learning more and more of her bounty.
That's fantastic! Wow, I've never... Oh, this is so exciting. I'm normally I just work alone, and normally it's quite hard to find people who are so interested, and that's why I was going to Taldor. Well, you know, they outlawed Sarenrae, but now it's not illegal to practice. Oh, sorry, you didn't know. It was a really long time ago. But it's no longer illegal to practice, so I was going to try to set up camp and bring her good word to light. But this is a good thing. I feel good about this. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. What is your favorite bit of scripture?
Oh, why? Oh, that would have to be. Oh, that would have to be the part where she talks about. It's a little sexy Song of Sarenrae, and it's the part where she talks about her body as the form of a sun. You know, she gets really in depth about her body, and I'm talking too much.
No.
I'm talking too much.
Please continue. It's very erotic.
I know the
Perhaps you can
chapter
entertain
and
the
verse.
rest of the crew with
You notice
these
Pedro
tales.
Alacabam is sidling over.
I know the chapter and verse to which you refer, and I recite it aloud before every coitus.
Wow,
the Song of Coitus.
you're all so forward.
Well, not quite all of us. Sir Julie, more than most, is very unashamed to share her darkest secrets. She has done a great many things in the name of Sarenrae.
I have no secrets, rat.
No.
I thought your
She's
name
also
was
very-
Atticus.
It is my name. Sir Julie is rather rude in the name of Sarenrae. I don't know if you act as such. Do you consider yourself a polite person?
Well, I guess that depends. Well, I don't wear shoes, and you look down, she doesn't have any shoes on. And she said,
It's just like flies buzzing around her disgusting, stinking feet.
they're
Like
calloused.
cracked and bleeding.
They're calloused so much they look like wooden clogs. And she looks down, she says, some people find that rude, but I don't think I'm impolite for it. It's just my nature.
Oh, no. Just standard halfling practice.
Yeah.
Nothing rude about that.
I might be-
Sarenrae has much to say on the subject of halfling feet. Atticus,
Right.
it is a
Quote
bit
the-
rude of you.
Quote the scripture, Sir Julie. The part where she talks about the halfling feet.
Ah, yes. It is what the goddess says. Judge ye not the halfling feet, for they are the feet that shall inherit the earth.
I believe there was a story where she even washed the halfling's feet.
She washes the halfling feet wherever she goes.
That was what she was known for.
Now, it might be rude on my part, and forgive me for intruding, but is this your ship? I thought it was the captain's. This is quite a full crew of very different folk.
No,
we're
like
just
you, we've sought
Passengers.
passage.
Yeah. Why you? We're just hitching a ride down south.
Where are you headed?
We're going
Somewhere
to
far away.
Going to the city of Casimir.
Yes, perhaps we'll run into some of your relatives.
Do you know
Or
it?
yours?
Or mine, perhaps.
Casimir. Casimir. I might have heard of it. Do they practice Sarenrae there, Sir Julie?
It's in Taldor. It's in Taldor.
Oh, it's in Taldor. Of course I've heard of it. I was heading there myself.
As you
look
know,
at
worship is illegal, Abe.
What?
You just told me that worship of Sarenrae is illegal in
No,
Taldor.
it once was,
No,
correct?
it
and it is
was
now,
illegal during
it
the
has now been
Crusades,
opened.
and now it's legalized again. But it's slow coming. People are quite tight-lipped about what they believe down there. Anyway, go on.
Tell me, Ave, I'd like to know. Wow, I just went into your accent. Tell me, Ave, I'd like to know.
It's quite contagious.
You said you traveled alone. It's quite some distance. You are, after all, from far away. How is it you defend yourself? Just a lonely halfling on the road alone is a dangerous route to take. Are you trained in any particular art of combat?
Well, I mean, I have the protection of Sarenrae at my side, day and night. I'm
Good answer. Good answer.
well protected. I also have this, and she pulls out her morning star, which is like adorned in gold and blue. It looks like a blue flamed torch almost. She says, but I don't like to use it as often. It's not my mainstay.
So you.
So the divine powers of the goddess protect you.
Yeah, you channel some of the power of your divine goddess into the earth.
Aye, yeah, that's exactly right.
You are most welcome.
You are most welcome. We've needed a lot of that, so
Oh.
this is great.
Are are you inviting me on with you then?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
please,
I mean,
we-
I should clarify for my sake that I think that believing in any particular god is absurd and silly.
It's obviously foolish,
But I'm very glad that you're here, and I don't have any problem with you doing that. I'm so glad now that Julia has someone to talk to about all this stuff.
Sorry,
So-
just to clarify, just to step it back a two-step. You think it's ridiculous, and yet you want me to channel my god's energy for
Oh, for
you?
me? For me? No, for me, for you. It's lovely, you know.
It is
Like
an
going
inter-
barefoot for you is great. If I did it
No,
for
no, no,
myself, I'd
I
get
only-
worms.
I only asked because my biggest goal on my adventuring was to find people who wanted my help. I mean, it's all I've ever wanted to do, so...
Well, he throws
mean-
his arm around Julia and says, hey, looks like you found a mate right here. Look at that.
Yes,
So?
you must forgive Aldo. It is an interesting position to take in a world where the gods demonstrably exist.
No, I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying they're capricious and there are 100 of them. And so choosing one over any of them is just arbitrary and stupid. But that's just me. That's
I
just me.
feel
I think you
as
should feel
though-
free to worship in any way you choose. I
I
firmly believe that.
I feel as though this is the kind of conversation that needs to be had over drink. Eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get a
We
couple
may
of
have something
thunders.
better for you than a drink. We have
As
been
you guys
visiting.
are... Go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was like, instead of drinking, we go to sleep and visit a trippy dreamland.
Say more.
It's part of a quest.
I'm in.
Well, I cue the guitar.
Start blasting these dreams.
As you're introducing yourself and talking about religion and atheism and getting
It got heavy quick.
Ave Maria roped into your fetch quests, you see everyone on the boat start to stiffen up. There's a tension that all of a sudden, maybe you don't notice it at first because you guys are so interested in talking to each other, but they
So it was
all...
that scripture she was quoting from.
It was when
earlier.
I recited. It was when I recited the scripture as I do.
It wasn't
just
that type
before.
of stiffening. There was more of a a scuttlebutt. Like they are, you see people talking to each other and whispering. And at this point, you've maybe sailed about an hour away from the dock at Zur along the West Selen River, and I imagine you're so locked in this conversation, it might take you a second to actually notice that they're all looking in the direction of, like, opposite from where you're going. So, like, in the direction from where you're going, there is a large rowed barge approaching the Selen Starling,
coming upstream.
coming upstream toward you. You see Skywin is being pulled out of her cabin, and she by Pedro Alacabam, and Pedro whispers something to her and hands her binoculars, and she grabs some binoculars to look through, and she's like, fuck.
What is it, Captain? What do you see?
Here, look. And she hands you the binoculars, Atticus.
Oh, fuck.
You see a boat about twice the size of yours, probably more, maybe 3 times the size. And if you keep looking and like scanning, you see a couple things. You see it's called the Tribute Taker. It's written along the side of the boat. You see all these rows jutting out from underneath the boat, moving in unison, so you don't see who's rowing it. But above deck, you see 8 crew members and a captain, and they're all wearing that same long white robes with their hoods up and these white, expressionless masks. All
Cursed slave ship.
A slave ship, you say?
Skywin says, "Fuck! It's one of their faith barges. Damn it! There's so many of you aboard. We must have caught their attention. Curse the stars! They're going to try and shake me down for more money. I'll try to negotiate with the ship's priest. This is why I avoid this area. This rarely goes well.
We don't have any money.
Exactly. And when you see what they ask for, you realize it's not money they want. Now the boat pulls up right alongside the Sullen Starling, and you just see, I mean, you really gotta jump into your imagination sphere to picture just all of these expressionless faces staring at you. And then someone standing at the, what's the front, the stern or the bow?
The bow.
Wow.
The bow, standing at the bow. I wanted to say bow, but then I was like, Daniel Stern. Guy standing at the bow with the mask on. Ho there! Reads the side of the ship. Sullen Starling. Do you know you are traveling on private waters belonging to the nation of Razmiran? All hail the living god Razmir! And all the crew members are like, all hail the living god Razmir! Do you know there are tithes that you must pay when traversing on our river, the river belonging to the living god? Skywin has always seemed super confident, but this is a creepy scene. And she is a confident captain, so she takes a different tactic and is like, good morrow, Captain. May I ask your name, good sir? My name is Captain Hinks Agrup, servant of Razmir, the living god. Well, I am also Captain Skywin Freeling. I've been traveling up and down the Southern River for many years. I know your customs and your laws, and that is why I stopped to pay tribute to your church with tithes that I paid back there at Zur. Well, we're not in Zur anymore now, are we? Sadly, there is no way to corroborate your donation to our church, so you must pay a fee. Let's see, how many are there of you? Perhaps 5 silver pieces a head? That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Can I do a religion check?
Yes.
Yeah, can I do one as well, just to figure out, like... Oh, sorry, Matthew, what were you going to say? For what?
I was going to try to, in my knowledge of Razmir and the cult of the living god, if there's anything they would find, any way we could make an exception, like something they would find, it would be in their minds a reason not to charge us.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I want to go also do a religion check, but in a way of, with my, knowledge of a lot of religions, is there a way I can, bully them almost with such a strong stance with Saren Ray to be like, I know you guys, don't mess with us. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, do your checks. Let's see what happens.
I rolled a 29.
Ooh.
Quite good.
I got a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
36.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Both very good rolls. Your question, Matthew, was more about, is there possibly another way?
Or it's like, is there something in Razmiran scripture that we could make an argument to avoid paying?
Here's what you know. You start thinking, is this even legit? Is this how it works here? Yes. You've heard this. It's not like you served alongside Razmiran priests in the World Wound, but you knew. You probably served alongside followers of Iomedae, hand in hand, would have done anything to save their life, but not so for Razmiran priests. They're not for you so much. You only save Saren Ray people. But yeah, they'd be considered a joke for a religion such as yours. And everything that Skywin has told you about them is just they're thugs. And so you don't think this ends well unless you pay. And then Sydney, you had a more particular question that was can you bully them?
Yeah, they're thugs. And she has such a strong tie to Saren Ray, obviously, like, can she somehow overpower them by being like, not saying outright your god's a fraud, but just saying like, I have divine power. Like, you guys can't just make us pay because you say so. We're in international waters, you know, like I'm trying to make a case.
You look around and you think about that and you realize even though there are crew members and there's also the older couple that came with you, Ressa and Gobin, I think their names are Ressa and Rebin and Gossa. Remember the scholars that travel along? You probably haven't met them yet, Ave. There's Ressa, Rebin and Gossa and the 6 crew members, like they are not in fighting condition. So you are heavily outnumbered. You think you could probably make a stink here? Because Skywin is looking to all of you, including you. But they don't think, they think you're a heretic.
Yeah.
Okay.
We shall, if I may, Captain. We agree to your price, Captain. But you must understand, we are devout followers of Serenway. And for every silver piece we pay, we must bless with prayer. Every prayer we say for every silver piece, as scripture dictates, will take us 3 hours to say. If you will be so kind as to wait as we put together the cash and bless it for you.
We will take the cash, but we will not spend more than a second listening to your pagan god's words. I think you are bluffing, milady.
Sir Knight.
You are no sir to us, for you wear the emblem of a false god. You and that halfling there. Perhaps we come aboard and see if maybe you can afford more than 5 silver pieces each. From the looks of your ship, you have too many people. Perhaps we can help thin the ranks. We do need some more rowers. Some of the current occupants are getting sick and worried.
I'd like to see you try to come aboard, you twig-looking robe-wearing.
What did you say, heretic?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you under your mask. I just gotta talk louder, and the waterway is hard to hear across.
We're coming aboard. Is that a problem?
Not for us. Sir Julie draws her greatsword. But it might be a problem for my friend here.
You, Sir Knight, insult our land, insult me, and insult our god ruler just by your mere existence. Man,
Sounds a bit insecure, Captain. Perhaps you'd like to talk that out.
yes, we shall talk. He pulls something out. Keep the strongest among them alive, especially this self-styled knight. She'll make a good rower for our hold. And then he, tilts his mask a little bit. Again, you don't see his face towards you. If nothing else. Roll for initiative.
Can I make an argument to roll my intimidation as my initiative?
Oh, that's fun. I like having fun. Sure.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Sure, what the F?
What the F?
What is your intimidation versus your perception?
My intimidation is plus 17, and my perception is forgotten, and I can't find it on my character sheet. So I'm gonna sing a song about it until I find it. Plus 15.
Plus
15.
15. Okay, all right, good. Let's take it around the horn here. Aldo.
26 for Aldo.
Excellent. Atticus Grim.
Atticus got a natural 20 to open
Ooh.
this
You guys
boarding action.
Out of control with these 20s.
That is a 31.
30. Wow.
Wow.
So Julie. Intimidation.
20. No, that's incorrect. 32.
Holy poop. Ave Maria.
24.
24 for Ave Maria. You guys ready to go to the map?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
to picture what the hell's
BD.
going on here. Like,
Yeah.
this is wild.
So I've been telling you all day, I'm like, tonight's gonna be a little crazy. Well, when you see this map, you'll know why.
Oh boy, this is like.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
That's really close.
oh, dang it.
Oh, for God's sakes, would you show us the map when we're doing the negotiations so we're not completely like. This is preposterous.
I might have taken a slightly different tactic and allowed us to put some distance between us and their boat.
Yeah.
I am
Also,
going
Sir Julie
to-
was doing all this negotiating from the other side of a
From behind a wall.
Never saw any
I
of it.
set this map up 3 months ago. I'm gonna
where
hide the
Should
the
I
crew
be
cabin
more,
here.
Where's the captain?
All right, so Skywind's up there, up at the bow. You guys can. I will give you a free placement of where you are.
Where is their captain? Because we were talking to each other.
Their captain is Razmiran.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Sir Julie will be up here with Skyward.
Okay. Aldo is in the stern, as I just learned. Ave Maria and Atticus, new best friends, both the same size, hanging out there. And I've hidden the crew cabins just because the other people aren't getting involved. However, Skywind Freeling is the captain of this ship, and she will not go down without a fight. So Skywind is going to be on your side for this.
Okay.
And I've done
Well,
something
this
a
is
little
where we make our money. Like, we either make our passage worth it.
right, because this is what she gave you a discount on. Help defend the ship, and I'll let you do it. I did something interesting that I think I did probably during Giant Slayer, but I don't think I've done during the live show. I've added Skywind's stats to as a handout that you guys can look at.
Oh, neat.
Look at that,
So-
120 HP. Good for
Yeah.
Skyward.
Oh, wow.
My
She's
plan-
a swashbuckler. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
my plan here is to play her, but like you guys can keep me honest by seeing her stats. If you're like, oh, don't forget Charmed Halfling Luck, she can re-roll that skill check. Look at this cool power she has called Confident Finisher. Once per round, she can do this. Skywind strikes with her rapier and deals an additional 3d6 precision damage. She deals this damage to the target even if the strike misses.
Wow. Anything but a
Wow.
critical miss, she deals
Right.
the damage. That's crazy.
So it's kind of, we've talked a lot behind the scenes about like, let's figure out this third action. Don't burn it on an attack. For her, it's actually worth it to burn it on the attack because she might get lucky and do it even more damage, but she's still going to do 3d6 unless she critically misses. So anyways,
Yeah.
Once per round. That's great.
once per round. Again, big shout out to Ron Lundeen, who wrote Book 3 of Strange Aeons, who was the most highly recommended person to convert everything to second edition for us, but he also wrote the module that he converted. So you're getting, that's what
Ron.
Skywind looks like in 2E. Let's talk about, oh my god, look how many fucking enemies I have to control. This is like a Skid Troy nightmare for Pathfinder. But this
seriously.
is going to be, I said to you guys, like, this is going to be a stress test of the system. We're going to learn a lot tonight. And chat, talk it up. Let us know. Are we doing things right? Are we doing things wrong? Let's learn together. Round 1, Sir Julie with a 32.
Okay. Sir Julie will. Oh, I'm so excited I get to do this.
She's going to do something cool.
It's the perfect situation. Okay, so Sir Julie is going to clutch her greatsword in 2 hands. And if I can pull up my character sheet, which I've lost on my many windows. Oh, God. It might be gone forever. Okay, what she's going to do is she's going to clutch her character sheet. She's going to clutch her sword in 2 hands, raise it above her head.
Brandish her character sheet over her head. Look what I can do to you.
This is me as numbers.
Run in fear of my character sheet.
Yeah, exactly. And once I find my stats, she is going to cast Sunblade and blast the captain with a Sunblade.
Oh, amazing.
Awesome
Excuse
ability.
you? What?
Awesome.
What the fuck is Sunblade?
I love Sunblade.
I'll tell you as soon as I relog into Hero Lab because I apparently closed the window.
Sunblade, I like this.
It's going to be really badass because it's a power granted me directly from Sarenrae, and it's going
Nobody
to
likes
hit
a
him.
braggart.
What's that?
Nobody likes a braggart.
I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you that the goddess shines down upon me.
I'm stalling
That
for
sounds like bragging.
I'm trying to log in.
I gotta side with Troy here. Is this ship's captain by any chance a vampire?
He
Because
does
in
not.
that case, this is gonna be even better.
Would you say
He does not appear to be fanged.
would you say that the ship's captain is evil?
You know, that's really an interesting question. He doesn't seem very kind. He asks for money and then is just coming to kill you.
It is a lawful, evil, aligned government
It
that
is,
he's
yeah.
representing. So there's probably a better than even chance that this person is also evil.
Smells
Okay.
evil to me.
I'm ready. So I'm gonna roll. It's just an attack. It's a ranged attack, ranged strike from the blade that leaps. A ray of burning sunlight leaps from my sword, to strike him. So here we go.
Do you do anything fun like, here comes the sunblade?
Do-do-do.
There you go, Troy.
Skid would have done that.
I would have
Yeah.
done that on stage. It would have been awesome.
I would never dare to test the limits of copyright law.
Dude,
Okay.
nobody
That
else
is
the Beatles cover.
that is going to be a 28 to hit.
All right, so this is a straight up against AC attack.
Yep.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So is he evil?
He is.
Oh.
All right. So that is an additional 1d4. Obviously he's not undead. And we are in an area of bright natural sunlight, so the die size goes up by 1 step. So that goes from d4s to d6s.
Wow.
So it's going to be. So that's going to be 4d6 damage.
Nice.
Jeepers. I'm quickly reading through his 900 special abilities to make sure there's nothing I get. Come on, Lundeen. You're killing me.
Oh god, terrible rolls.
No,
okay.
Matthew, no.
That's 10 points of damage
Oh,
on
God.
4d6.
Oh, is Joe rolling your dice for you?
Yeah, seriously.
I know
it was
how painful
still
that
kind of
is.
cool though.
It
was
looked
good.
cool. It had to look really cool.
It was very cool. It was a ranged. So you basically hold this up, and He-Man style, this fucking bolt hits this guy.
Dude,
Exactly.
it's right out of Dark Souls, right? Or Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3. Which one? It was this, like, slam the sword down in the white light.
Yeah. Elden Ring.
or Thundercats.
Feel the power of the goddess now. And that's 2 actions, and for my 3rd action, I will draw a potion off of my belt.
Okay. You know what's so cool? Like, there might be other people playing Strange Aeons 2nd Edition and converted to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but they self-converted it. We're playing the closest thing to an officially converted 2nd Edition.
John.
Officially converted John, yeah, to 2nd Edition of a. Man, it wouldn't be great if they could convert all of those 1st Edition APs. It's expensive, I imagine, and a lot of
Yeah.
work. But
Oh,
we're
yeah.
we're doing it. So enjoy it.
Yeah.
Maybe tell your friends.
I'm sure they'd
That's
love
a
to hear
clear-cut
about this.
situation with a promise of comedy. Tell your friends.
Atticus, you rolled a 31. You're up next, bro.
Okay. I would like to. I feel like it's only fair. Well, you tell me. No, you know what? I'm not going to use an action for this. I think that it's fair for you to say, I've been sizing this up this entire conversation. So I want you to give me as much detail as you can about what I'm seeing on all of these people. Like, what are they armed with? Are there
Yeah.
weapons in their hands? Do they have ranged weapons? Do they have swords? Like, what am I looking at in terms of the potential dangers?
All right, when the captain drew his weapon, when Sir Julie got a little mouthy with him, it was a scimitar.
Okay.
You also see attached to his left hand a fucking hand crossbow, like Berserk.
I just want to point out, the holy weapon of Sarenrae is a scimitar.
Oh.
Nice.
Well,
Really?
will you struggle
Oh, no, it is.
to
Yeah.
take the captain down, knowing that he wields the weapon of your god?
No.
The brutes all have, some of them are like ready to fight with their fists. Some of them have these like pikes, like naval pikes they want to fight with. Maybe a couple of them, you see they all have daggers on their belt. That's the weaponry you're looking like you're gonna face with these guys as you size them up during that conversation between the captain and captain.
Okay. So the most of the men on this side of the ship, they are not wielding longbows or anything like that, or even short bows. It doesn't look like they can just like shoot us up.
No, they could probably throw their pikes, but they don't have any ranged weapons. The captain has a hand crossbow.
Okay. All right. In that case, Atticus, like, he's just thinking in his mind. He's like, all of these people just so easily taken in by yet another illusion. So why not give them what they want? And he just yells across the two boats, and he's like, "Now, Xantar! Now!" And right behind the captain, Xantar of the Zoogs materializes out of thin air, and it's just like, and this dwarf appears behind the captain and will attack.
This is amazing. All right, so I'm trying to find a quick dwarf piece that I can throw up. Here's a bumbling dwarf.
Oh, awesome. Classic.
So how does this work? You just straight up attack me, and then I roll a will save to believe that it's real?
I feel like it does the... Yeah, it's still going to get a save, I think, on a hit. The illusion can cause damage by making the target believe the illusion's attacks are real, but it cannot otherwise directly affect the physical world. It does mental damage. It's a mental effect.
So I probably have a save to see if, like, I felt it. If the illusion is, seems like it works in 2E, which I like better than 1E.
Actually, you know what? As I'm reading this, he's not going to attack. He's just going to
just stand there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, like he just
So
sort of
when
like
I interact
materializes,
with it,
and he hits his chest, and then he's raising a battle axe behind him, and then Atticus will he'll stay there for right now. Actually, you know what? No, he's going to move up behind Sir Julie and next to Skywin.
Okay. Do you have any actions left?
No, I don't believe so. I believe that is a 2-action casting. Yes, that is a 2-action casting, and then I move up.
All right, it's Skywin's turn. Skywin looks to Sir Julie. They're going to board our boat. What do you suggest? They're not taking the Sullen Starling.
I'll stand with you till the end, Captain.
Then
They could just hop down, right? They're literally just, their boat is tall,
Yep.
their deck is higher than ours.
That space between, I would say, if you guys want to go up, I'll say a DC 5 flat check. If you pass the 5 flat check, it doesn't cost you an extra action to get up. If you fail that, it's going to cost you an action to get up on their boat if you choose to board. So it's kind of a big step. It's an easy step for them. They don't have to roll that flat check. Skywin is going to be like, then let's fucking go. And she will, first action, move over right in front of the cabin where Rebin and Gossa are. Second action, she's going to pull her bow out because she doesn't want to jump on there solo. Actually, she has a hand crossbow. So she just levels the hand crossbow on the brute directly in front of her and fires. And I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Which is still a hit because their AC is low enough for it to be a hit. So she hits that person for 2d6 plus 5 damage. That's going to be 11 points of damage.
Oh, nice.
So boom, lights up that first guy with 11 points of damage. That is her turn. The sense you got from her, Sir Julie, is like she wants to get on that ship. She does her damage in close quarters, but she doesn't want to go up there and just be attacked from all sides. Now it is some of these Razmiri brutes' turn.
Wait, what did these guys roll?
They all roll different, Sydney. I know you're new here, but
I rolled pretty high. I'm just wondering
did.
when I get
did
to
too.
go.
you did. You rolled a 24, and there are 4 more people in front of you.
Oh my
The initiatives are really high in 2E.
Wow.
Welcome to 2E, yeah.
But some
Damn.
of those people are your friends. Some are not. All right, Raspberry Brute 5 and Raspberry Brute 7. There are 8 of them altogether, I should say. Where is 5? Oh, 5 was the guy who just got hit. He's like, fuck that. He comes aboard. Moves right next to Sir Julie and Skywin. Second action is going to attempt to stab Skywin Frailing with a naval pike.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Rolls a 21, which misses Skywin. Skywin's got a great AC. With his final action, he does this ability called Bosun's Command. Once per round, the brute orders an ally to attack or to get in position. Until the end of the ally's next turn, they gain the brute's choice of +2 status bonus to attack rolls or +10 foot status bonus to their speeds. So he yells to the one that's way in the back, "Join me!" So that he will be able to move up with that extra 10 to his speed on his round. Brute number 7 is going to hop over there and come after Aldo, get up in Aldo's business. Isn't this combat just the craziest thing we've done
insane.
in like a year and a half?
This is
This is how we're
crazy.
gonna learn. And with his second action, also just fucking tries to ram you with a naval pike. Aldo is all alone back there. That is a 26 to hit.
Oh, that is a hit.
Okay, hits you for 9 points of damage, and then will stab one more time with a 23 to hit.
That's a mace. That
Okay,
is a
misses
mace.
with the 23, and now it is Aldo's turn.
All right, so Aldo, like, he gets like, boom, this blade like catches him right in the navel.
Right in the navel.
The navel spear, and Werner like squirms in his neck with his, he like yelps out in pain. He hops backward 5 feet, and he pulls from his bandolier this little like glass globe with this like purplish black smoke kind of swirling inside of it. And it's just like, take this back to your god, and throws it right in the guy's face, throwing a dread ampule in the guy's face.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That is a 25 to hit.
25 is a hit.
Okay. So he takes 3 points of mental damage,
Wow.
and he is frightened 1.
Ooh.
Cool.
And he is gonna do the same thing again.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
24 is a hit as well.
Okay. That's 1 more point of mental damage. And I don't know if that stacks. Actually, I did
It's
that without
frightened again.
thinking.
I believe if you give someone a condition again, the condition goes up by 1.
Okay, so he should be frightened 2 now.
Okay, let us know in the chat, but that's my memory of actually the show with Mona that we did in Indy, that those conditions, if you get hit by that condition again, it stacks. Let us know in the chat, is he frightened 1 or is he now frightened 2?
And there's like this shriek that like emerges from when this glass bauble, when it shatters, almost like an escaping ghost, like when it like smashes right in his face. It's like it's also got like Jonathan Crane, like Sandman, like hitting you with this like stuff that makes you afraid.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. The word on the street is it's frightened 1. It doesn't stack. If
I would have
if you
done
would-
something else, but
If you would have done something that would have brought it to frightened 2, like on the thing, then that would have replaced the frightened 1. But that seems to be the consensus. All right, now, of course, I better get used to this. It's one of my guys' turns. It is actually the captain's turn. And the captain was ready to start firing his hand crossbow and doing some of his other cool maneuvers. But he turns around and he sees this fucking barbarian beating his chest. He has his scimitar out and he goes to attack with a 33. What happens, Joe?
It just goes through air, like right through him, and it just slowly vanishes away.
oh no,
Disappears.
no, my liege,
Your Grace!
The king has fallen.
he's fallen again.
Alert the Zoogs!
Your sorcerer's tricks will not work against servants of the living God!
Oh,
He
it's
is
already worked. Your attention has been diverted just long enough.
I have lots of attention. All right.
Reactions, what?
I'm picturing this guy's like mask is like getting kind of like crooked each time, and he has to keep fixing it. Like when he gets all yelly, he's
Constantly adjusting it. Okay, interesting. I'm trying to see what he wants to do here. So he's got 2 actions left. He is going to. I was on Twitch trying to move the guys. I'm like, why aren't they moving? So that's Twitch. All right, he is going to slide across the deck right next to Razmiran Brute number 2. And while standing there, he'll stand right between his men because his desire is to get on your ship. And he's going to fire a shot directly at, I'll stand right across from Sir Julie. Fuck it. I'm going to fire at Sir Julie. With his hand crossbow. Final action, let's go.
multiple attack penalty.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck.
This guy.
I never want to fudge more than when, my big guy's first attack is a natural 1. I never want to fudge more than that moment.
Oh, phenomenal. Troy, pick a city. Any city.
How about Manitoba? That's not a city.
Not a city.
That is a city.
Manitoba, Canada. Is that what you want to pick?
Yeah. It's a province.
Manitoba,
but
Canada.
See if anybody from Manitoba.
All right. Wow.
Oh wait,
okay.
it is a city. It is the largest city in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
But
No,
apparently
Winnipeg-
the closest we
Winnipeg
had to
is a
that,
city.
this is surprising to me, that doesn't, oh, you know what, because it's
No.
specific to it has to be a fumble and it has to be ranged. Our closest is Jared in Davis, California. Jared J. in Davis, California.
Wow.
Well, but
No, it's not a city.
I guess we can't go to Canada.
It's not a city. It's not a city.
There's
I
no
just
one within
li-
1,000 miles.
It's not a city. I literally just read the internet wrong.
It happens.
yeah, it happened.
Winnipeg
This one,
is the largest city in Manitoba. I apologize.
this one is
come the
called.
emails.
This one is called manufacturing defect. Manufacturing defect. A hairline fracture in your ammunition reveals itself as it leaves your weapon, resulting in a burst of shrapnel when the projectile violently explodes. Your intended attack is negated and replaced by a 30-foot cone in the direction of your intended target. You are included in this area. Roll damage as normal, ignoring any bonuses from precision damage. Creatures other than yourself can make a reflex save. So basically, instead, your fumble is you're going to do damage to all of us.
No.
What?
I thought it was backward. It doesn't backfire?
Is it a backfire or is it like it?
A 30-foot cone in the direction of your intended target. This just
Damn
made it an
it!
Is that a
AoE.
fumble?
Wow. Yeah, that's a bad. I mean, the only bad part of it is that I take the damage automatically. You guys at least get a save against it.
Is the weapon destroyed?
No, just
Does
the
it
piece
make
of
it-
ammunition.
what kind of
so
fumble
we
is this?
all,
So it turns
we
into
all
a
now
burning
take
hand
damage.
spell that just hits.
All right.
I
well,
mean,
least
this
there's-
Jared J is a real piece
At
of work.
least there's one guy in front. One of his guys made it across the ship, so at least one of his guys might get
yeah,
hit.
one of his guys is going to get hit. But how does it work? If you make the reflex save, they don't take any damage. Or is it a basic reflex?
No,
save?
it's a basic reflex save. So even on a success, you take half damage.
Oh my god! But he takes it automatically. The captain.
Well, does he have any bonuses? Yeah. Does he have any bonuses by? Oh no, you're just included. You can do a reflex save. Does he have any bonuses
Okay.
of precision damage to the attack?
He has bonuses to precision damage, but they didn't apply for this attack.
Okay.
So this fumble
This
turns
fumble
a
is
hand
essentially a
crossbow.
crit.
It turns a hand crossbow.
not a
It breaks the reality.
All right, so
Well, it doesn't break the reality. It's saying that the bolt burst into shards that goes
Yeah.
into Atticus's eyeball.
yeah, it's just like sprayed and sprayed back on him, but also sprayed to all of you. All right, so everyone except Aldo, roll a reflex save, and I will roll one as well.
I would argue that I get a bonus from being directly behind Sir Julie.
Give yourself a +2. I don't know if that's how 2E works, but you're tiny.
Well, this crit we made up, or this fumble we made up. So
Yeah, we'll
we're
go
already
back to
making
1E
stuff up.
rules for give yourself a +2 to the reflex save.
Okay.
I made my reflex save.
What's
so,
the DC?
DC 26.
I rolled a 26.
Okay, so you're going to take half damage, as am I.
I rolled a 28, so I will also take half damage.
Half damage.
I'm so far away, and I'm behind.
I succeeded. I will roll half damage.
Okay, and then the other little guy there
Dies.
failed, actually. So he will take full damage. So there, you got something good from it. I'll roll the damage once, and it's going to be 8 points of damage. So you take 4, with the exception of the crew member.
Ah, it got me right in my eye.
Take 8.
Does the crew member die?
No, he's empowered by it.
Really?
In fact,
loves-
he's empowered by it.
He looks really fired up. But here's the good news. It's Ave Maria's turn.
There we go.
Oh my gosh,
goes.
45 minutes later.
Finally. Also, she's pissed now because she hasn't done anything. She's so far away, and she just got like hit with a random arrowhead shrapnel piece. And she's very confused about this combat, though. She doesn't like these religious zealots, but she's
Yeah.
also like, why are we getting to a boat fight? What is happening?
Yeah, you just
ugly.
got here. This is not.
I just got here. What the heck? But she is going to, holding her hand over her dove-encrusted breastplate, she is going to whisper her prayer to Saren Ray, and then she is going to fire a fireball directly at the captain.
Whoa.
Towards the bow.
Holy smokes.
fucking
Hold on, before
fired
you do
up.
that. Before you do that, sorry. He takes full damage from his attack. So if he took half damage before, he takes full damage.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Sorry, it says creatures other than yourself make a reflex.
I gave
Thank
it to
you,
him.
Joe.
Okay.
And you need
All
to
right,
make
finish him off, Sid.
you need to make a basic reflex save.
As does probably a bunch of the other guys too, right?
Yeah, how
yes.
many people? Is this going to be everybody? Can
Yeah,
you
come
put
on,
it-
Sid.
It's-
What's the...
Everybody except the one over here
Yes,
on the far towards
Every
the stern.
guy, 1, 2, 3, there's 5 guys surrounding the captain, all of them minus the dude at the end of the boat, but it's in a 20-foot burst based on the captain. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
I will move
20
it back.
first?
Hold on. I'll move it
You
back.
could put it behind them.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it'll only hit
Yeah.
your enemies.
I put it exactly where it would only hit the enemies, not to hit my allies.
Okay, what's the DC? Because I'm rolling a lot of saves here. I just want to make sure I.
The DC's not that high. It's a 23, basic reflex.
Okay, 23 basic reflex. I'll roll for all 5 brutes.
You can
What
also
level
get the
is
guy
this?
on our ship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let me include him as well. Yep.
Okay,
So
first guy
6.
rolled a natural 20, so he'll take no damage. The second guy rolled a 13, which is a critical fail.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, and then the next guy, I want to make sure I track this, rolled a 20, which is a regular fail. And then the next guy rolled a 23, which made it exactly. Can you just roll the damage so I can mark this damage as I go?
So that's 25 total damage. 66.
All right.
Wow.
25. If you critical fail, is it double?
Yeah, so it's
Yes.
50 for the
All right,
crit
so
Wow.
this guy in the back just fucking get,
he jumps off the boat.
yeah, right. Oh God! Jumps
And
in
it
the
just
sea.
it erupts. It's not like a thrown fireball. It's not a range attack. So it just erupts from an area on the ship. So just from behind them, it's just like everything into flames. And she just stands there
Amazing.
with her hand
Yeah.
out, clutching her chest, just staring forward.
Oh,
So wait, you take 25 on a pass,
You
or
take
12
half.
on a pass?
You take half on a success,
on a pass.
on a fail full, and then on a crit fail double.
Okay.
All praise to the goddess.
Yeah.
She winks at Sir
Holy
Julie.
shit.
This is going to be so amazing. These like low level. This is the perfect situation.
Perfect spell. Perfect
So
spell.
fun.
For Fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing.
Dream
All
of a
right.
situation like this.
I dream of a wooden ship to set ablaze with a big
Yeah.
fireball.
This is
Okay,
so
I've
perfect.
rolled for everybody. No, this first guy here that I'm pinging, that was right across from where the cabin is, he critically succeeded, so he didn't take any damage. All the other crewmen, except the one that burned alive, succeeded, so they took half damage.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna roll for the captain.
Okay.
They all rolled over 23.
Yeah. They're crewmen. They have decent reflexes. Now the captain has excellent reflexes. Let's see. Cracked die. 28. So that's still going to be 12 points
Half.
of damage.
Yeah.
path.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The captain's been lit up. You've killed one of the crew members. Who's just like, jumped into the water. And you really fucked up the guy that's right next to Skywin and Sir Julie.
Yeah, and then question, for the wall, we drew like a black space. It's a wall I can see over, correct? It's not like a huge
No.
obstruction?
No, it's a big, like, it's a
Oh, it's
whole
a-
room.
Big obstruction, okay.
Yeah, there's people inside of it. Like,
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was below deck. Gotcha. Okay, so she's going to stay where she is then. She's not moving.
Okay. If you wanted to move behind it, then you're safe. It's up to you.
You know what? Maybe she'll take a step behind and she'll yell across to the captain, seeing that I didn't kill them. And she's going to say, "You want me? Come and get me." And then she just steps behind.
All right. Now, my nightmare in life, having to do all of these attacks. But so far, we're playing a clean game here, and one of them's dead. I love when I have a ton of enemies and you guys start killing them.
We like that
Yeah.
part too.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm
for everybody.
definitely rooting for you, just to get like the fight down to a few guys. All right, this one, the one that critically succeeded on that reflex save, it's his turn. He jumps down and goes over to Skywin. I mean, just where Skywin's positioning is, she's going to be your meat shield until they start moving past Skywin. And is going to take an attack with the naval pike. Oh man, 30 to hit, which is going to be a hit, but not a crit.
I will
So-
activate my retributive strike.
yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
No, I
So-
don't think you can.
Skywin gets basically resistance 9 against that strike.
Don't you have to be in melee? You don't have to be in melee?
Nope. Ally within
Oh.
15 feet.
Oh, dope. I
Wow,
thought you had to
that's great.
swing at them.
Well, now
Wow, so
I do
resistance
because-
9, and it was only 7 points of damage, so Skywin takes no damage.
And on top of that, because of my ranged reprisal, I get to take a 5-foot step and get a strike off on this guy.
That's
that's awesome.
amazing.
It's like, you shall not harm the
So this
captain.
is your reaction? Holy
Yeah, this
shit,
is my
is
reaction.
What a great reaction.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
great!
You know who doesn't like this reaction? Atticus, because you've now stepped away between him and the evil captain.
Oh, yeah.
He's just looking right at him. He's like, oh, shit.
That is a 31 to hit.
31 to hit the brute.
Yep.
That
And this is the guy who took the fireball to the dome. Please kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
Was that a nat 20 or just regular?
No.
All right, that's a critical hit.
Oh my
Oh, nice.
God.
Awesome.
Let me get some extra D12.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and you're attacking the one that just attacked Skywin, right?
Yes. It's a reaction against him. All right.
Dude, isn't this a great way to like, we don't even have to record this, just like, I'm gonna put 20 guys up against you. Let's learn 2E
Yeah.
from the trenches.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's do it on 2 boats.
Let's do it on 2 boats.
Let's get a pair of boats.
How
That
cool
is-
is a fucking
Yeah, we can
boarding?
do it in the forest any day. Why don't we
boarding
do it on
fight.
2 boats?
That is 33 points of damage. Is he
Wow.
evil?
Yes.
37 points of damage.
Oh my god.
All right, so another 4. That guy is in bad shape.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Take that 4 back. I used my action for a different purpose.
Okay, he heals 4. Okay,
He
that was your.
magically heals 4.
You see him empowered, glowing with the light of Sarenrae, which is weird. That was your reaction, yes?
That was my reaction. Yeah.
All right, he jumped over, he attacked once, and then he is going to yell to the next guy using Bosun's command, "Get her!" And so the next guy is going to take the +2 to attack, and that next guy is number... Well, actually, this is the one that had the +10 to his speed. So he'll tell the other guy. This one here is going to... Boom, 10, 15, 20... 30, 35. You can't take an attack of opportunity, right, Sir Julie?
No. And I
Okay.
used my reaction for the retributive strike, so.
This one that just moved is the one that had a +10 to its movement speed from the first guy doing Bosun's command. So he takes it, moves all the way up into melee with Sir Julie and Atticus, and is going to 1, 2, 3 Sir Julie, 4, 5, 6 Atticus. 1, 2, 3 Sir Julie, gonna try and stab you with a naval pike. Actually, you know what? I have 2 actions left. I'm gonna do this thing called Pike and Strike. The brute strikes with their naval pike. If this strike hits, the brute can either move the target 5 feet within the pike's reach, or make a fist strike against the target without increasing their multiple attack penalty until after the fist strike. So let's do a pike and strike. Wow. Oh, crap. Fuck. Cock. 22.
You can't say that on a stream, on a live stream. You know we're in your living room, right?
Stream.
I know, my wife is like, what is going on in there? Trying to watch the Manti Te'o documentary.
Oh my God, I started it. I was like, as soon as it popped up, it was like the girlfriend that didn't exist. I was like, I know exactly what that is. I gotta watch that.
All right, so I didn't hit, so I wasted my third action with that. That's cool. The next brute is brute number 3. I love brute number 3. When I was prepping this, I was like, can't wait till brute number 3's turn. Brute
He's
number
my
3
favorite too.
is going
I
to
picked him early on.
Shagoonk, Shabomp, slide over here. This one has a +2 to attack and is going to attack with this naval pike against Sir Julie with a +2. He missed. I don't know if you were aware of that. He missed. And then he's going to use Bosun's command. Let's go! She's well armored! And then the next dude, brute number 8. Oh, I love brute 8. Brute 8, I think, is this guy. Yeah, over here. He is going to move here and then move here, here, move all the way up to Aldo. He's got a +2 to attack and is going to stab Aldo with a naval pike. Now the hits are coming. 27.
That's a hit.
All right, you take max damage, 11 points of damage on the naval pike. Aldo's been hit a couple times. And then, I like this chain of events where I have all these guys going in a row. He's going to use Bosun's command as well as his third action for the final guy, which is brute number 1.
Morgana13 says, I love when Troy misses, lol. And I agree. I totally agree with that.
It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, and I
Really
also
well
laugh
said.
out loud when it happens.
It's the best thing of every part of the best part of any show is when Troy misses.
Yes, it's
You
amazing.
like when I missed the best?
Yeah.
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 Well, except necessarily in this case when he is playing one of our allies.
I
That's
don't
not
like
his
when that happens. He misses.
Right.
Can't have it both ways.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to Akine-chan who says, at 2, brute 8.
2 brute 8.
That's good.
That's
That's
good.
very
That guy
good.
a bottle
That's very
cap. That's
good.
good. Or girl.
Very good.
All right, this one.
Akine-chan is a lady, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you get a bottle cap. Send us your address. This one here is actually going to take the +10 to movement because it's so clogged up here. I don't think I can be like moving through people's spaces. Now the bad news is he's going to come after Aldo. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 10. That's the extent of my movement. And then I will move again to get right next to Aldo, and with my final action, naval pike. Oh, jeepers. This is going to be a borderline crit. 29?
That is a hit, not a crit.
Okay. 10 points of damage. So Aldo is alone back there and has now been hit. There's 3 guys just stab, 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 stab. And everyone except the captain is aboard the ship. Holy shit! It's round 2, and it's Sir Julie's turn.
It's round 2.
Round
All right.
2.
We are now moving at a rate of around an hour.
Sir Julie is now surrounded by brutes and Skywyn, and will rethink her strategy of drinking a potion. So she will drop the potion as a free action, and then
It shatters.
she drops down the netting below.
Give me a DC 5 ledger.
And then she will first strike at the guy to the west, over here.
The Weasterlymost guy.
The westerlymost guy with her great sword.
Yeah, the good news is both of those guys are in bad shape, but the one that you're attacking is in worse shape.
That's an 18 with a natural 2.
Brutal.
Oof.
Miss.
Miss, yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. Okay,
the
second
drop
attack
roll.
against the same guy.
Oh, Sir Jewel.
Okay.
You have a
that-
hero point.
That's going to be a 20 to hit.
20 hits. 20
Okay.
hits. They have a low AC.
And that will be, 12 points of damage.
And he's out.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, good job.
Beautiful.
All right. Oh.
One action left. I can tell you Atticus is coming up, followed by Skywin, if you wanted to do some sort of aiding flourish.
So Julie's going to do something else. Skywin had a great, bold strategy, and just because there are some brutes on the boat doesn't mean we want to change that strategy entirely. So Sir Julie is going to board the other ship.
You fucking psychopath.
Charge! The light of Sarenrae guides me!
Give me a DC 5 flat check to see if you can just do that without spending a move action, in which case it would...
5.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Wow.
you're able to hop up there nimbly to board the ship where it's just the captain.
And I can get up in melee with him. So
Awesome.
Awesome.
your false god has no power here.
You know what? Give yourself a hero point. That is a bold, heroic
Nice.
act.
Wow.
Amazing.
Cool.
Doesn't get more heroic than that. We call them bottle caps. You can call them whatever you want. I hate them. It is Atticus's turn. Atticus, Sir Julie has left you, and you assume for dead.
I assume for dead. Atticus. I hate this, but I feel like I want to take the risk. Atticus is going to wonk, honk, honk, honk. You've boarded the wrong boat. And he's going to call from the skies above lightning into his hands and then fire a straight line of lightning through everyone in front of him and the captain.
Perfect.
Dude.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
Hell yes.
Now,
Isn't
the
that
only
great
reason
when
I
you
hate
have-
this is, do they have an attack of opportunity?
Well, dude, first of all, how great is when you have lightning and you just happen
get
to
a
get
line of
more than
guys.
2 people?
Oh, yeah. I was
great.
excited 25 minutes ago when this was here, but I was like, I hope this doesn't change in the next 25 minutes.
As a GM, like you never get more than 2 PCs.
Oh, yeah, in a live? Never.
never.
Did
Unless
you-
you're playing with a group of 6.
Did you have that plan before or after you were sad that I moved out of the position that you couldn't shoot lightning from me?
No, I was so worried that you were like, and I'm going to get behind him. I was going to be like, Julie, God damn it! And then I was just going to shoot lightning at you.
This is very important, and this is something we all have to remember as we learn 2nd edition. Is like less than a quarter of the enemies have an attack of opportunity as a reaction. Some of them have reactions. A lot of them have really cool reactions, but not attack of opportunity. So
Yeah.
cast those spells while in melee. Move away to get into another position. It's not going to provoke, and it doesn't provoke here.
Yes, that's
Nice.
all I wanted. Okay,
Nice.
so DC 25 reflex for the 2 men and the captain.
All right, brute number 1.
Oh, you know what?
Again,
Yeah, we'll
they
just
have good reflexes.
Oh, good damage so far.
All right, brute number 1 rolled a 15, critical fail.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Brute number 2 rolled a 30, so pass. And then Captain Hinks Agrup, awesome reflex, rolled a 31, so just a regular pass. So critical fail, pass.
All right, so the critical fail is 52 points of damage.
I mean, describe your kill.
So the first bolt of lightning goes right through his core, front to back. He is opened up, and it just goes through to the other 2, but then it kind of sprays off of their shoulders as they start to dodge out of the way. But the
It's like
first
Raiders
guy,
of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, I was
but
just
they're
going to
like
say that.
Nazis
First
over the
guy
ark.
has Raiders of the Lost Ark, like,
And a hole forms within him, and the lightning continues
yes,
through.
exactly, burns through. So he's down, and the other 2 take 13 points each. And then Atticus is going to move back behind Ave Maria.
All right, you've noticed now 2 times in a row when the captain took damage from the fireball and from the lightning, he's not taking any damage. You think that dude probably has evasion, where every save on a
wow,
reflex save is
yeah.
a critical success.
Wow.
Okay.
So, do you have any actions left, or was that a 3-action John?
That was 2 actions to cast, and then I moved back behind Ave Maria, getting myself out of the way of these thugs. He's like, oh, no, I don't do the whole pugilist thing. I'll be back here behind Ave Maria. Ave,
right.
burn them all to the ground.
It's Skywin's turn. Skywin has 2 enemies here. Skywin's a badass. Skywin is going to first move so she can attack both of them. And she is going to... I think I'm just going to do first an attack on the guy right next to me. So second action, attack this guy. 36 is a critical hit.
Oh.
So that is going to be... her rapier has the deadly property, which adds a D8 after I double the regular damage.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to be fucking dead if I roll well. She has 2d6.
Okay. Just make sure that you don't also change the damage dice to D8 before you double. Is it just you double the regular damage dice and then add a D8?
I Googled deadly this morning, and I wouldn't have questioned it until you just said that. I think deadly, you roll bonus damage after you double on a crit. You think that you also change the D6s to D8s?
I thought I read that with it. I remember seeing a deadly D10, and then it was like you change the damage dice to D10 and add one more that's not doubled at the end. Oh,
You're
fatal.
thinking of
Sorry.
fatal. Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
Thanks, Doc Robotnik. Here we go. So that's going to be 7 plus 5, 12. Plus a D8. 8 on the fucking die.
Nice.
So 20 points of damage. Wait, no, I didn't even double it. Right? That's 12, 24 plus 8.
24, 32 damage.
32 points of damage.
And that guy is fucking toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there is something so satisfying about just slaying religious zealots one after another after another.
I know. One of the best. It's like fighting zombies. There's no guilt at all. It's just.
All right, let's see here. She's got one action left. Because of her confident finisher, it behooves me to take this multiple attack penalty here, because even if I miss, I'm going to do 3d6 damage. So I'm going to use that as my final action. A strike with the rapier at plus 15. I rolled a nat 2, so it does miss, but it'll still do 3d6 damage.
3d6.
Ooh, almost crit failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, in which case I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
All right, so 5, 4, 9, 12 points of damage on a miss.
Wow, that's so cool.
Isn't that great?
Wow,
awesome.
Swashbucklers in this, that's a badass.
Let us know in the chat, is Confident Finisher something that shows up in the core rulebook, or is this something that Ron added to the adventure?
I think it's a swashbuckler thing.
Is it?
It was
Okay.
probably added in. What was swashbuckler? The advanced
Advance.
player's guide? Is that where
Yes, John. You know what's so great is Ron wrote this or converted this for us months ago, and still was able to include the swashbuckler.
Oh, cool.
Shout out to Ron Lundeen once again.
Thanks,
Great
Ron.
round for Skywind.
Yeah.
It is the Razmiran Brute's turn. It's 5 and 7. All right, so actually 5 is now dead, but 7 is one of the ones that is near Aldo. So first action, now this is the one that's frightened Aldo.
Right.
He is going to first action move up to you, and then second action he's going to attack. Frightened, I take a -1 to all my checks and DCs, and I believe we learned in Indianapolis Show 2, an attack is considered a check, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we learned.
Actually, it wasn't in Indianapolis Show 2. It was in the booth at the Pathfinder 2e game that we
yeah,
ran
and did
for
we
Dark
also
Elf.
learn that that an AC is a DC, like that your AC also goes, or is it just that an attack was a check?
It says you take a status penalty equal to your checks and DCs. I don't remember that, but I do remember Mona. I don't want to call Mona out, but I do remember.
Yeah, and AC counts as DC. Big hop.
Yep.
Big Baja.
Yeah.
So
Ammo 215 corroborates. Okay.
Yeah.
So, -1 to attack. His second action, he is going to attack. Sydney, how you doing over there? I want to check in with you real quick.
I'm doing great. I'm trying to strategize. I'm not trying to metagame, but I'm trying to strategize because I don't normally play clerics. I think the first time I played a cleric was when I played Winter Klaxka with you guys
Yeah.
on tour, which was so much fun. And I was like, the party fucking needs a cleric. So
Yeah.
I
mean, it's
really-
such a good call.
Yeah,
really
great
wanted
call.
to play one, but now I'm remembering 2E from my Emerald Spire days with Joe, and I'm like trying to remember the rules, trying to remember how to play a cleric, how to be a helpful party member, not a tank. But yeah, I'm just looking at the map right now.
Yeah, shout out to Sydney again too. Well, as little experience relatively as we have with Pathfinder 2E, she does that much less than like having to come in and play a high level cleric.
Cheers.
Took my
Yeah.
book off the shelf earlier today, blew the dust off.
I'm going to go get a beer. Sydney, thank you
Yes.
so much for being here, and your hair looks amazing.
It
I didn't
does
say
look
it
really
earlier.
good.
Thank you.
Sydney,
love it.
by the way, sent me a character sheet earlier today that was a first edition cleric.
Hey, can I say?
While we're complimenting Sydney,
She was like, "Here it is, Troy. Really excited about it."
I spent like 2 hours, like all the details. I sent Troy a nice email with a little backstory. I was like, "Here you go," and then I emailed like an hour later, and I was like, "Oh shit! I built this out in first edition. Like, let me change it over." And Troy emails back like 3 words, and he goes, "LOL, I didn't even notice." So you know what, Troy? That's on you.
That's on me. Yeah, no, I'm so psyched. I mean, this is luckily not all combats have 19 enemies, but this is a great way to learn.
But it's fun. There's so much to do.
Right into the
I
fire.
love
here.
hordes. This is learning with hordes is one of the best ways. To do
Yeah,
it.
right.
More
Because you know
swarms.
the captain is going to be the biggest son of a bitch. These guys are just fodder. All right, that brute's second action is to try and stab you, dude. 24 to hit. Aldo.
On me, that is a hit exactly.
Hit exactly. Oh, God, another 10 points of damage. Again, they're just chipping away. And then he's going to use Bosun's command to give his buddy a +2 to attack on his next.
could you please role play the command?
Kill him!
Nailed it.
He really was distinguished. Like he didn't sound like the other bosuns.
I was trying to do a Dustin Hoffman.
Ah,
Oh,
Get
I
that?
was
Do you
wondering.
Dustin
know
Hoffman out of
who
there?
this captain sounds
I'm
like?
stabbing here.
I'm stabbing here!
I'm stabbing here.
I feel like Skid would know, but when you said it before, when you first showed up on the boat, it sounds like, if you've ever seen the cartoon show Adventure Time, it sounds like the lemon grab. Yes,
Yeah,
it
lemon
sounds
grab.
just like lemon grab.
Totally, yeah.
Everything he says is like
like this?
unacceptable. Like he just screams all the
Isn't
time.
that, I think it's Justin Roiland does that voice actually.
Is it?
No
It's
shit.
so
so.
good. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Good Morty.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Aldo, you are in rough shape. You are surrounded by 3 guys and you're alone because your allies are cowards. It is your turn.
All right, yeah. So Aldo is just like he's backed into a corner. He's been cut to ribbons. He's just being like stabbed and sliced, and so he's just like, "Calm down, Werner," and he pops off a moderate alchemist fire
Ooh.
off of his
Okay.
belt, and boom, again, he's just gonna smash it into the face of the guy right in front of him.
Okay, right to his right, the one that just attacked him.
Yes, 32 to hit.
That is a critical hit.
Yes.
Oh, phenomenal.
right.
Oh, dude, he's
Yes.
so done.
Okay.
Beautiful.
These guys
Okay.
are a little chonky.
All right.
He
all
is
right.
frightened though, so
Okay, that's 26 points of damage.
is that
Fire
doubled?
damage. That is doubled.
Okay,
He is on fire,
okay.
and each of the other 2 people attacking me also take 2 points of splash damage.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Is he still frightened from that bomb from last time?
Yeah, I think that persists for like a minute, I think.
Okay,
I believe.
great. All right, so he's frightened and on fire. I'm taking a page out of David Winter's book and trying to use the little tokens here to remember. Conditions are so huge in 2E. Like, you guys are using Hero Lab, you can just hit those conditions, but like, trying to remember this shit for these guys and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait till Demi-Plane gets us hooked up!
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. Had some very fun conversations I heard about with Demi-Plane. Very excited about that. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, back to the well.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits. His AC is lowered, but it hits nonetheless.
Okay. Ooh, okay. That is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Including the 2 points of splash damage, which everyone takes. So that's 12 points of damage, and the other 2 also take 2 more points of fire damage.
All right, question. You just said something that we haven't done in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong. The enemy that gets hit also takes the splash
Yes.
damage?
Yeah.
So he would have taken an extra 4 points of damage from those 2 attacks, right?
Yeah. Well, I was calculating it in to my total damage.
Okay.
When I said it before, but yeah, I was just clarifying because I wasn't doing that up until this
very
session.
cool.
So,
That's great. And he's on fire.
and he's on fire. Okay, and then with my last action, he's going to dip into his bandolier one more time, and he is going to drink an eagle eye elixir. No, wait, not eagle eye elixir. He's going to take a bomber's eye elixir.
Bomber's
Like,
Eye.
Yeah, he's gonna pop out like as he's dodging these pikes. He's gonna guzzle this a potion like off his belt, toss the bottle into the river, and this gives them, it reduces, they don't get any bonus AC from cover. That happens.
Okay.
Throwing bombs.
Very cool. And what's so nice is that you can do that without provoking 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, very refreshing.
Very refreshing. It is the captain's turn. The captain is standing mano a mano with Sir Julie Andrews.
Hello, Captain.
Sir Julie, you have changed the captain's tactics because the captain wanted to get on there with his boys and start flanking and fucking. But
Well,
instead,
there's time yet.
there is time yet.
Surrender, and your wishes may come true.
You see, I mean, just imagine the scene. Sir Julie, paragon of good, big fucking sword, Yomadai emblazoned, or Sarenrae emblazoned on your chest, and this guy pulls out the weapon of Sarenrae, hooded, white-robed figure with this mask. You can't even see his face as he weaves and dodges and curves this fucking scimitar in the air, and he goes to slash at you! Where's my D20? Here we go, first attack. 24.
Miss.
Just
Oh, yes.
red hot garbage, and I want this guy to fuck. Here we go.
There's time yet.
I'll say it again.
I'll say
Come on.
Waiting for
23.
Miss.
Yes.
Ah!
And you
That's
haven't
so
taken your
amazing.
reaction this round, have you?
Try to demoralize me. I dare you.
She doesn't have AOO, dude.
Yeah. All right, so he is going to move around you. Just see what his movement is. Okay, he's got 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. Nice try! Nice try! I'm going to the boat! And he leaves and goes to the boat.
Coward.
Damn
I
it.
see the devotees of the so-called living god are imbued with cowardice.
I get all my bonuses when near my allies. It's Ave Maria's turn.
Shit. Ave Maria sees that the captain jumps on the boat, and she also says, "Ah, shit." And then she runs back towards the end of her boat.
Stern.
To the
Stern,
stern,
you mean?
to the stern, Joan, to the south. And she is going to stand directly in front of 2 of the Johns in front of Aldo. And
Oh, Sydney,
Nice.
Russian.
she
Oh,
Beautiful. Love it.
is going to press her hands together, Avatar style, and then release a burning hands in a cone of 15 feet, hitting all 3 of the dudes in front of Aldo, but not Aldo.
Well, can you do that, or can
Yes.
you just angle it in a way that hits these
Yeah.
2 and not?
Yeah, because it starts with one, like a 15-foot cone starts with 1 square in front of you, and then it spreads to 3. So yeah, she can like point it like directly in front of her, it would miss me, and then it would hit the other two behind.
Damn it, I think you're right.
How about a little fire, Scarecrow?
Yeah.
Have a little fire, Scarecrow.
And that's what she
Okay.
says in that voice, which means nothing in this world, but it's weird.
Holy shit. All right, so they all got to roll reflex saves,
Yep, reflex saves.
and one guy's already on fire. That's...
Yes.
That's
Dude,
great.
when did you... I thought you had a cleric. This is a fucking sorcerer.
Yeah.
Fireball and burning hands.
Oh yeah,
All right.
she's got a lot of fire.
Saren Ray,
Ray.
man.
Yeah,
Fire,
it's a
man.
Saren Ray.
Yeah,
Saren Ray does
Fiery.
that
I
stuff.
love it.
Everyone knows
Desert.
Saren Reyes likes burning people alive. All right, first guy rolls.
It's actually in the scripture. If they're
And
evil,
she says,
you can't not.
did you just say that Saren Ray likes burning people alive? Well, I'll fucking burn you alive! Don't you dare say that!
Screaming.
What is
the
the-
unbelievers?
What is the save?
23. The DC is 23.
So
again.
all right, so the first guy rolled a 24, so
Bitch.
regular save. The second guy rolled a 13, critical
Yes.
fail, natural
Amazing.
2,
Fail.
and the third guy rolls a 20. So pass, critical fail, pass.
Okay, so that's going to be just 10 points of damage, then double, that'll be 20 for the guy who failed, and then 5
All
for the guys who passed.
All right, so the first guy passed, but he only had 3 hit points left, so he burns alive.
Yes.
The second guy critically failed. He takes, you said 10 or 20?
20.
20. How great is this? Okay, and then the last guy takes 10.
5. If he passed, he takes half, which is 5.
That's right. Okay, sorry. Great. Okay, so one more guy is dead, 2 more guys are messed up, and was Burning Hands 2 actions?
Yes, so my move
Okay.
and then 2 actions I'm done.
All right, a little
Perfect.
help for
great action.
Aldo.
Great round.
Great round, good answer. That was guy number 7. Get rid of him off the board. All right. All right, this is my initiative tracker on Donjon is getting much more manageable. 4, 3, 8, 1. Let's go.
That's a great feeling too. Being able to take some of those things off of the initiative tracker as they get killed is very, very nice.
Did you guys kill number 4? You did. Oh shit, so he's gone too. All right, so only 3 brutes left. 3, 8, 1. Where's 3? Ah, okay. All right, so this is the one that's next to Skywind. You cowards. This guy's gonna go after Skywind. First action is going to be, I'm gonna do Pike and Strike here against Skywind. So if the strike hits, I can either move Skywind 5 feet or do a fist strike for free or without using multiple attack. So, natty fucking 19 against Skywind.
Wow.
And Sir Julie cries, "Oh, Captain, my Captain!" And she gets 9 resistance against that strike with a retributive strike.
Amazing.
Nice.
Troy, would you say that I can stand on the gunnel of the boat, or one of the boats, or straddle both boats at an
Straddle
thing?
both.
Right where you are right now?
Yep.
Give me a DC 5 flat check.
9.
Yes.
You're all right, LaRusso.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude,
and now
what if he rolled like a 3? You just have Sir Julie plummet into the river in full armor. Permadeath.
I was ready.
when I heard you were doing a river adventure for this boat, I gave myself an ability to hold my breath for extra long.
I bet you did.
Thinking.
All right, well,
What do you want to resolve first?
all right, well, it was only 8 points of damage, so resistant 9. Again, Skywind takes no damage
damage.
because of that reaction.
So amazing.
And then what's the next thing? You have Retributive Strike?
Retributive strike 19 to hit.
Your AC is 19.
It was a natural
Yes!
3. A natural
Oh
3.
my God, this is
And what's
crazy.
the damage?
I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, 20 points of damage.
He had 7 hit points left.
Yes.
So he
Oh
doesn't
my
even get to
God.
finish his turn.
Amazing.
Sir Julie is just
Obliterated.
straddling like one leg
Oh, I
up on
can
one
picture
gunnel,
it.
Oh my
one leg down the other, and she just like does a giant diagonal strike and just takes this guy's head off.
For real, this became suddenly just like this swashbuckling adventure. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, like Errol Flynn here, just balancing
Yeah.
between the 2 boats, and you kill that guy. However, the captain is still nearby, but there's 2 more brutes, and they are within striking range of Aldo. The first one attacks Aldo with a +2 from the guy who just died, his bosun's command when he said, "Kill him!" Dustin Hoffman, who's now dead. That is going to be a 21 plus 2, 23 to hit, Aldo.
That is a miss. And is this the frightened one?
No, the frightened one's dead.
Okay.
This is the one that had a little boost from Bosun's command.
Oh wait, is this in the white shirt? Or the other one?
Yes, white shirt.
Okay, so they take their fire damage. They're on fire, so they take 2 points of fire damage.
2 points of fire damage. All right, I'll go ahead and give it to the other guy too, so I don't forget. So his first
That
action.
guy's not on fire, but this guy is. I didn't hit
Oh,
the
I
other
see.
one directly.
I got you. Okay. All right. So he's got 2 more actions. Second attack, he's going to just go after you again. And let me just make sure. +2 status bonus to attack rolls. So he gets the +2 again here. 23, 25 to hit.
All right, that's a hit.
Hits you for, again, max damage, 11 points of
Oof.
damage.
Man.
And then his final action is to use Bosun's command on the guy who's about to attack you. Is like, get him! He's on the ropes! And then this guy is going to come at you with the naval pike as well. Ooh, I thought that was a natural 20. It might as well be 31 to hit.
Oh yeah, that is a hit.
7 points of damage.
Oh boy.
And then second action will attack again and miss, even with the bonus. And then third action, I should have done pike and strike. Fudgical cock. I'm gonna just, oh shit, why did I do that? That's okay. I am going to slide away.
Okay.
Okay, top of round 3. Could this be the last round? It is Sir Julie's turn. Sir Julie has been an absolute beast.
Sir Julia is going to swing her leg around to step back onto her boat and face off against the captain. Ah, the light of Sarenrae has shone upon us and decimated your crew. Now she'll do the same to you, heathen. And she'll take a strike with the greatsword.
Take a strike with the greatsword. Okay.
Natural 2. 18.
Not gonna hit the captain with that garbage.
All right, second attack.
You've been ice cold, dude, with these
Yeah,
attacks.
Okay, miss with a 20. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say,
Oh wait, hero point.
yeah. You want to try and re-roll the second one?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I should have done it for the
Should've
first one.
done
I
it for the
forgot.
first
So second one it is. Okay, slightly better. 24.
24 against the captain. It's not gonna cut the mustard.
Oh, it's the captain. Oh,
Yeah.
Any actions left, or you moved on to the boat?
Move, swing, swing.
All right, let me move some of these dead bodies. There's just so many dead bodies. Okay, Atticus. What do you got, Atticus?
Atticus is not really sure what's going on. He's trying to stay safe behind this building, so he will come out from around the corner, and he comes out behind Skywind Freeling and sees Sir Julie in combat with the captain, and there's one other guy behind him.
I moved him the full complement of his movement so he could be right next to the captain.
Okay. Man, it's going to be so long before he goes again. But I'll just try to hit this guy. So Atticus is going to reach across to the pirates' vessel up into their...
I'm no pirate!
Yeah, you are, dude.
I'm a
Yeah,
vessel for the living God!
You're shaking us down. Make no mistake. We already paid our passage. You're a thief, and you'll die a thief's death. And he's going to pull down from the rigging above a beam, like a wooden beam, and just use his telekinetic projectile to rip it out of the rigging and bring it down on the captain's head.
What did you do to my boat?
What did you do to my boat? Natty 16. That is a 31 to
Nice.
hit.
That is a hit.
Beautiful. I was gonna cast another spell on him, but like this guy's got evasion. Like his reflex saves. It's just a little bit too much. I freaking dropped a die. All right. So come on, would you get a 6? All right, that's 15. 15 points of damage.
Okay, captain's
Bludgeoning.
he's been
15
hit.
points of bludge.
So move, 2-action spell.
Yes.
It is Skywind Freeling's turn. What did you do to my fucking boat? We'll talk about this later.
What did you do to my fucking boat?
She is going to. She's going to use her rapier. Yeah, let's go rapier right on the captain. Captain v. Captain. 28 to hit. Hits the captain. So, boom, she hits the captain for 2d6 plus 5 points of damage.
Isn't it amazing when you drop a die and it just vanishes out of reality? it was right here. Like, it just dropped right here, and it's gone. It is nowhere to be found.
All right, I'm going to take the second attack because for her, the third attack makes sense because of Confident Finisher. So the first one hit for 11 points of damage. You know, it might be fun. I'm doing this to myself, so I don't like it as much. But she has her weapon has the disarm property. So I can use the rapier to try and disarm the captain with an athletics check.
Does it take the multiple attack penalty?
I would assume so, yes. It adds the weapon's item bonus to attack rolls, if any, as an item bonus to the athletics check. And it is a +1 striking rapier. So would that be a +2? 1 for the +1, 1 for the property?
Man, if I remember disarm, I think you have to critically succeed to disarm.
Well, if you critically fail a check to disarm using the weapon, you can drop the weapon to take the effects of a failure instead of a critical failure. On a critical success, you still need a free hand if you want to take the item. She's got that hand crossbow, so... I'm going to read up more on this and just take second attack instead. And I missed with the second attack, so now I'll use my third action for Confident Finisher, which is 1 action, and even on a miss, I get 3d6 unless it's a critical failure. It is a miss, not a critical failure, so still 3d6 damage. And I rolled 114, so 6 points of damage to the captain. We'll spend some time on disarm there. I was trying to be fancy. That's what I get. It is Aldo's turn.
Okay, Aldo is gonna... He's faced with one. He's pretty badly cut up. Once when Abe comes around the corner and with a divine rage blasts these guys with fire, killing one. He turns to her and he's just like, "All right, Samurai," and he pulls off a greenish bottle off of his belt and he smashes it into the face of this guy with a white shirt, the last guy standing in front of him. This is an acid flask that is a 19 to hit.
19 hits exactly.
Oh, phenomenal.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I'm burning alive!
That is 12 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And that is 2d6 persistent acid damage. So they're going to keep taking that every
2d6 persistent on his turn?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, a high enough roll could end him before he even gets to act.
Okay.
Amazing.
Do you have any actions left?
Yeah, that was my first action. My second action, I'm going to pull off another bottle, a bluish bottle, off of his bandolier, smash it right into his chest. That is a 24 to hit.
That's a hit, and I think this might be it.
And okay, and he's surrounded. He's engulfed in bristling static electricity as bottled lightning hits him for 9 points of damage.
And he is toast.
Yes,
Nicely done, Aldo.
Excellent.
Yes.
Wow, only one brute and the captain are left, and you still have one action.
Yeah, with his one action, he sort of limps around to the other side of the structure in the middle of the ship, so he has a clear
I can see
look,
him limping along the deck. It's so cool.
dragging his feet through this melting puddle of flesh that is his last victim as the acid boils it away. Yeah, he comes around so he can get a clear look at the last remaining enemies.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I haven't done this yet. It's the captain's turn. If I want to hold my action, is that an action to delay?
Yeah. Well,
I
you
think
can ready.
it's two actions.
I think ready is an action, but is delay an action?
Oh man.
It's two
I read
actions,
this.
isn't
I
it?
read this. Yeah, my
I mean, the chat's going to catch up
Delay
to us in a sec.
is. Oh God, what's that symbol? Oh, delay is a free action.
it's a free action. Yeah, you just delay.
Yeah, ready is 2 actions. Delay is a free action.
Okay, great. The captain is going to delay his action, and it is Ave Maria's turn.
Coward.
And just know that you can't use any reactions. Now. Like if he
talk
has
to
a cool
me like
reaction,
that.
you can't use it.
I am a vessel of the living God!
Ave runs back to the bow along the big building. She can't see anything, but she can hear this dude. She knows exactly where he is. And she rounds the corner and is in direct line of sight to him. And she says, "Your God is a false one. And you lie to your people." And before she even finishes like her little speech, just like lightning shoots from her hand. She didn't even mean to do it. She was just really worked up. And
She's like, oh my goodness.
yeah, she's like, ah! She can't stop. And I'm casting Searing Light, so I'm gonna do a ranged attack.
Ranged John against his face.
Yeah, because apparently the reflexes you're too good for him.
How
Are
many
you calling
actions?
your shot for his face?
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
That's a
directly at
-2.
the face.
Let me ask you this. Is that a 2-action, John?
It's a 2-action John.
Move, Searing Light, roll to hit.
Right there. And I made it I had just enough movement to get there. All right, that's probably not gonna, let me see.
Hero point.
Oh,
Yeah, hero point. Use it. Use it or lose it.
Use it or
I
lose
forget what people were rolling to let it hit, but let me just roll
What'd you
again.
roll on the die? What'd you roll on the die?
An 11 on the die.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I
Might
don't.
hit.
Yeah, you think I would hit?
Yeah.
Not the captain.
24?
Really?
I don't think a 24
No,
would hit.
24
No,
would
that's
hit.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
only
roll-
plus
roll.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll again.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, were my spells not strong enough for you? Sorry. That is better. That's a 13 on the die, so it's a 26 to hit.
His AC is 26.
Awesome.
That's what I'm
Oh,
talking
dude,
about.
Searing Light is going to light this dude up.
Is it
So-
more damage because he's evil?
I think it's only
just
more
if he was
damage if he's
undead.
undead.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Or an evil outsider, maybe.
Yeah, it's not, and it's nothing for that. But it's 5d6.
Nice.
Let's see.
Is that 2 actions?
Yeah, Joe and Skid, you still have your bottle cap. Keep that in mind as we go
Yeah,
to the final.
I haven't missed anything, Troy. Or
Right, I totally understand.
failed any saves. It's
I have
just
one
not
too.
something I've done tonight.
So that is 20 points of blazing light damage.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Searing light.
Okay. All right. And you're done. So
I'm
now it is the Razmiran Brute's turn. He slides up next to Skywin and Sir Julie. First action. Second action is going to attempt to stab Sir Julie. The captain's like, "Get her! Get her!" Naval Pike, right up in your business. Come on.
This naval pike just sounds so brutal.
25, Sir Julie?
Miss.
Come on.
Nice.
Clang.
Oh, gross. And I only have one action left. I will use Bosun's command to boost the captain. You can do it, Captain Hicks! And now the captain will go. Because the captain has this great ability called Gang Up. And any enemy is flat-footed against Argrip's melee attacks due to flanking, as long as the enemy is within melee reach of both Agrip and one of Agrip's allies. So he is going to attack you, and you have a -2 to your AC because of this ability, and he has a +2 to attack from the bosun's
That's a
command.
4-point swing.
It's a 4-point swing,
Some-
Stonesy.
Some captain that lets his bosoms command him.
Bosom.
What did you call him? It's my
You heard me.
bosun buddy.
You heard me.
Here we go.
Buddy?
Really, seriously, this guy lets his crew tell him what to do. Some captain.
They're a team, man. Maybe you could learn a thing or two from Captain Hicks and his Razmiran priest friends.
How would you want me to tell you what to do?
I'm gonna attack you with my scimitar. I'm gonna kill you with your own god's weapon. crap on my face and chest. That is a
No thanks.
30 to hit.
That does it.
All right. This is actually just going to be pretty decent because you're going to take precision damage as being flat-footed because he has sneak attack too. So let's get down to business. Have not hit with the scimitar yet. First off, you're going to take 14 points of regular damage.
Is that slashing damage?
It is indeed slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage.
You're going to take 1d6 bleed on your turn from the scimitar. And then you're going to take 2d6 precision damage from sneak attack, and I rolled 7 more points.
Okie dokie.
Precision damage. That was my first action. Still got that +2 to attack. You're still flat-footed. It is worth it to try and get this crit because he does something cool on a crit, and crits happen all the time. And here we go. Oh, natural 20 to a fucking natural 2.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, gross. Gross. He actually has a really high third attack because his weapon has the forceful property. So it's worth it for him actually to take this third attack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack Skywind because his weapon also has the sweeping property. So when I attack, if I attack someone else in the same turn and I already hit them, it's a +1 circumstance bonus to hit the other person. Plus I've got the +2 from Bosun's command, and Skywind is also is flat-footed from this. So it's a +3. It's a 5-point swing if you're following me at home. So let's see. Okay. That's pretty nasty. That's a 32 to hit. And her AC with the -2 is 25. So that's just a regular hit. However,
Worst mistake you ever made. Retributive strike.
No, my.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So she gets
All right.
resistance 9 against this damage.
Okay. Well, it was 17 points of damage, so she's still going to take 8.
And that is a 27 to hit with the retributive strike.
Ooh.
And that hits him.
Okay, that's going to be 21 points of damage.
Oh my god, you are an absolute encounter killer right now.
I love it.
21 points of damage.
Yeah.
Wow, you just effed him in the A.
It's time.
That
for
was
later.
amazing. Do you know that was the first time Skywind took damage the entire time? And she's been
Wow.
attacked by multiple people, but you saved her every single
Protecting
time.
her.
Because of Sir Julie.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Amazing. Okay, so that's the captain's turn. We now go to round 4. Folks, this is the last round of the night. Sir Julie, what do you got?
First attack against the Captain. All right, that's a natural 2, so I'm going to use my hero point, because remember you gave me a bottle cap for
You
trying to
had
board
2
this
hero
ship.
points.
To re-roll.
I hate this rule.
And that will be a 26 to hit.
It's exactly.
Nice.
That will be 26 points of damage as well.
All right, so the captain is standing there. He's got his scimitar out. He seemed like a badass at first. All his men boarded. I'm sure there was a moment when you knew you were outnumbered. At least if you were not scared, you knew you were outnumbered, and that's bad as a military veteran. This captain seemed badass. He came out with a flourish with the scimitar, but he just couldn't get the job done. And you land the killing blow. Talk to me about it.
Yes.
So he was hesitating. He was trying to take his time and play strategic there, and he struck out against Skywind, which left him open to me. So Sir Julie got a slash up his back with her greatsword, and then when he arced back in pain, and she just drove the greatsword right through his stomach.
Nice.
There is
Your god
one.
is false.
He falls, and the mask just like shatters from the blow. It's such a brutal blow. It goes all the way up and shatters the mask, and you just see this scared old man underneath, his face frozen in fear. There is one Razmiran priest left, and he looks at you and says, "Spare me, and I will pray to our god to spare you."
That is worth very little for me. Worth very little to me. Try again.
You heard me, heathen!
All right, I'm gonna throw him overboard, and I walk up
I got a
behind
second
him.
and third attack.
Oh, she steps back. So Julie,
Allow me,
please.
Ave. I shall take on this burden. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
21 is a hit.
That'll be only 14 points of damage.
And he's dead.
Yes,
Heathens!
Amazing.
You guys, as close to the book as we've probably ever been since we started playing this, just
It
handled.
felt different this time. It felt different.
You really
Yeah.
did. You handled 9 enemies with 1 bonus ally. There were 5 of you versus 9. They had some cool abilities, but you came out on top.
And now we shall take their ship and rechristen it
Yeah.
the Light of the Goddess.
It's a great idea.
Skyward says, no.
We could take their ship. We could take their ship, right?
No, we're not going to be taking their ship. This is too dangerous. We'll need to burn it, destroy it, so there's no evidence of what happened. It'll only be a matter of time before they realize that they're missing, and then they'll come looking for us. So we must destroy it, but we should search it first.
Agreed.
Men, everyone aboard. What do you do?
Search the ship.
Yeah, I'm searching the ship. Although Ave does say, though they're completely wrong in their actions, it would only be right to set them up on a funeral pyre on their own ship, and we should burn their bodies.
Aren't there a whole bunch more people on here? Or were these
Oh,
yeah,
the
guys
oars.
slaves
rowers?
below
Oh, the
deck. There's somebody
oars.
rowing below deck.
Funny you should
so-
ask,
Oh no.
because you start looking around the boat, dragging maybe their bodies. You see the crew, Dinky Fuss Tumble, Pedro Alakabam, Spinny Pow. They're all dragging the bodies back onto that boat as if they've done this before. They're going to burn this boat, capsize it, and destroy it. So they're pulling them all, but you guys all help each other onto deck to search. And you look around and you see trapdoors leading beneath. And Atticus brings up this question like, wait, no, there might be innocent
There's
people
several
here.
people alive below decks, is there not? Are they prisoners? Or are they more Razmiran followers?
must
I'll go
save
below deck. I'll
Yep.
open up the trap door and look below.
Who was the just best perception in our group?
I have a 15.
I have
Okay.
11.
Probably pretty good too.
I have a
It's up.
16.
Okay,
Ave.
I'm gonna
Wow. Alright.
hand Ave an eagle eye elixir. This is like here. This may come in handy. It's not divine or anything, but you know, a bit of science. And this will give you, I think, it gives you a +2 to find like hidden compartments and stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I have the +2 because I have keen eyes to seek unseen creatures or concealed creatures that are hidden. So I was adding that. Can they stack then, or are they too similar?
I think they're probably different types.
Okay. So then I have
yeah.
18 perception.
Yeah.
Okay. You go over to the trapdoors and you open one up and you look below and you see a large cabin below deck with a couple of hammocks, several boxes with what looks like personal effects, and 2 large chests. And Atticus, something about those chests is like your spidey sense starts tingling when you look at these chests. But the first thing that hits you when you open the doors is the smell of unwashed flesh. And you look down, and below deck, held to the floor in manacles, are 14 people cowering in fear. And we'll see you in Nashville! We're gonna be in Nashville! We'll be on Lower Broadway! And every hockey time! We kicked the shit out of those pirates!
That was awesome.
What are we going to do with all these people? We're in the middle of nowhere.
Gonna have
Hey,
to burn them.
that sounds like a Nashville problem.
Yeah, I'll worry about
Tonight we
that
celebrate.
Folks, thank you for hanging out with us. Get used to it. This is the new normal. This was a shitload of fun, and we will see you live next week in Music City!
We'll see you live next week. All right, take it easy, everybody.
Guys, good night.
Good night.